All right, howdy, 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 and welcome to On the Set with Jasper Cole. This would be me, Mr. Jasper Cole, coming to you live from Sunset Gower Studios right here in Hollywood, California. This is our Sunday worship service with Reverend Cole.
Yay.
This is also our July 4th big celebration, I guess, right?
Yes.
And
It's
speak.
It
Independence
felt like
celebration.
a week ago
Actually,
already.
you weren't introduced yet, Ralph.
Oh.
Okay.
we're both
But
talking out of
speaking
turn.
of church, my associate pastor today is, of course, my partner, my sidekick, Reverend Ralph Cole Jr.
Hello, planet Eartha.
Hey, Ralph.
Hello, Jasper. Welcome
Jesus
back.
loves you.
And Jesus loves
Everybody
you.
else thinks you're an asshole, but okay.
Oh, wow.
And it's actually pronounced Jesus. And
Thank
Jesus
you.
does love me. Am I right about that?
See.
Okay.
See.
Yeah, and that voice you just heard, should we?
Yes,
Is
you
it-
go ahead.
Okay.
You're good with the Spanish.
Okay, well, Planet Eartha, that voice insert that you just heard was the very lovely and vivacious
And
Jennifer.
stunning.
And stunning.
And tan.
And tan.
tan.
She's tall and tan
And
and, dark
hot.
and lovely.
And hot.
Okay.
Oh, wait,
tall
she's
and-
not here yet.
tall
No,
and
she is.
Tan and dark and lovely. We have the very prestigious
Just say
Jennifer
it,
Gimenez.
Hey, gorgeous. Welcome
Hi.
back.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here. I'm so happy to see you guys.
I know,
I know.
and
ladies.
It's been a while,
Well.
and Jennifer just got off a plane and from the airport and came to
For
the studio.
us.
Yeah,
you
it was the
guys.
worst flight home.
Oh,
So
no.
It was
I
so
hate
scary.
that.
Like the guys
Turbulent?
were, and the guys were like holding like people, and this one guy that was sitting
Oh.
next to me just grabbed me, and I grabbed him
Oh,
back.
come
and
on.
His wife was not very happy about it.
Oh, shit.
But why were you grabbing? Because turbulence? or-
Yes, it was bad. Plus, like when I got to the airport yesterday in Florida, it was so eerie and like somber, and because of that horrible
Sam.
plane.
Oh, you
crash.
knew about that before you got on, right?
Yeah, and
I saw you.
yeah.
I
She
saw
was-
your
she-
tweet about please, dear
Right.
Virgin America,
please.
please get me safely home.
Oh my God, it was so scary. And normally, you know,
scary.
I fly a lot. I'm not the greatest flyer, but I fly all the time lately. And it wasn't the greatest flight, but I'm home. I'm safe. I'm here
You're on
for
the
a
ground.
hot
Thank you
minute.
so much for
Wheels
coming
down.
in.
Thank you for asking me to be here.
Well,
Yes,
Jennifer
absolutely.
has been a guest many times, but this is the
But-
first time here at
Yeah,
UBN with
it's
us,
so amazing
right?
here.
I
Yeah.
love the studio.
And
There's
every time
nothing
Jennifer
better.
has been on, she's always had something new to contribute. And we're going to be hearing more about that later. But please stay tuned, Planet Eartha, because Jennifer Gimenez
Has
has
a
some
big
very,
new project.
Yeah.
that is really
And we're
great.
very
Well, I
honored.
have a few projects, but
you
this
always
one's like
do.
dear
I
and
know.
near to
This is
my heart.
a passion project.
Yeah, this is like unbelievable. I'm barely sleeping, and I have a lot of gray
She
hairs,
looks
and I'm
like
going to
she's
need
getting enough
Botox
sleep, though.
soon.
No,
I
she
know.
looks
And your
great.
hair is fierce.
Thank you.
Really, it
Well,
really looks
Thank
speaking
you.
of our other diva fierceness, we have all the way from Orange County, the Real Housewife of Orange
Right.
County, entertainment dish with Dara.
Yay! It's so good to see.
So
We're like
good to see you.
She's been like,
I drove
know.
up for her.
You drove up, but then she
and
said
I
she
flew out
in.
for you.
So she
So
wins.
she wins.
She wins.
Well, Dara, you weren't here last month, so it's.
I forget why.
You were in New York, weren't you?
Yes.
No.
Oh, wait, is that
no,
the
I
month
was in
before?
New York
June.
in April.
You
You look
just-
really good, by the way.
Oh, you're sweet.
No,
Thank
I'm not
you.
being sweet. Trust me. I don't want to be sweet. You're being. You look great.
I told her that, and that's why I said we're going to have two beautiful women sitting next to each other. Show that cleavage, damn
Oh,
it.
and
okay.
look, I'm
Yeah.
covered up.
I
Wow,
know.
and we're on
Flick it up.
camera.
Because it's Jesus Day.
It's
Okay.
Jesus
It's
Day.
Jesus
But
Day.
we're
Not for me.
we're like come one, come all, come as you are.
Not for me.
Oh yeah, we have
Right.
another Jewess
It's
coming
Moses
later.
Day.
P'nenah's coming. You won't feel
Perfect.
left out.
Thank
so
you.
shalom.
Why do we
Shabbat.
have? Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Nothing.
Don't edit.
No,
Wait.
Jennifer's like,
If
"Are-
it
isn't
starts-
there
if
enough
it
this
people?"
is
starts-
a full house. Why are we having more people? But
Because
I
I'm
know.
like, there's a new
Jasper
person
invites
coming.
too many people.
No, because I only do the show
You're
once a
so
month.
Latin.
and
It's
then
like, listen, the more the merrier.
I'm totally Latin. We all live together in one bedroom apartment.
It's like my
Oh.
house right now. My gosh.
Yes.
My mom's there, the two dogs, my brother is there, and like I can't even pee alone right now. Like they came to visit, and I'm just like, go. I need to like unpack.
That's hilarious.
Well,
I love
we
them.
have to continue on introducing our guests, Ralph. I'm going to let you also do this one because you have a very special connection to our next guest.
Well, you know, we have another impresario with us, and
Impresario?
What?
What?
Spell that.
Empanada?
Google. Somebody
What did he
Google
say?
that.
we
I
have-
can, pinata?
and did I use the word incorrectly?
Empis-
Because
no,
I like
no, you
having
probably
an
did.
exhaustive
You said "Oh Queen"
vocabulary.
earlier, but that's I'm sorry. Oh, that's Alec Baldwin. Sorry, we'll get to that later.
Oh, I like him.
Someone should write an open letter. Okay.
I like
Paula
him.
Dean, go ahead.
Anyway, we have had this man on our show before, and he is very prolific. He is a writer, he is a director, and he is a producer, and he is
That's not all.
And he is an advocate, and he's
a really great friend.
And he came back even though he'd been on twice before.
Twice before.
Yeah.
He's a great friend, and he's
hot.
And he's hot, and he's the kind of director that actors want to work with and are grateful when they get to work with him because he's real, he's honest, he's communicative. Everything he says
This is the longest
that's
intro
going
in
to
history.
happen does happen. Ladies and gentlemen, Planet Eartha,
Martha Ray.
please welcome Chad Darnell.
Yay!
Hi, Chad.
Hi.
That was quite. I know.
I know.
That was
Good luck. Good luck on that
I
one.
feel like this is one big cum fest. It's such a family oriented thing. Sorry, Mom.
Yeah. Oh well. Speaking of Mom, we've saved the
yes.
best for
The
last
best for
because
last.
welcome back because she's been here 2 months in a row.
Yeah, this is the second month.
Right.
know,
that would be 2 months.
I don't
Ralph.
think she's going to come back in August.
Two.
She's already planning her trip away town.
We would be speaking of the lovely Miss Rose Cole.
another drink.
Have another antibiotic.
Welcome.
Welcome back, Rose.
Wait, I made out with you right now. Are you sick?
No.
I should have asked. I did. I was like,
Nothing that can't be cured. You'll be fine. A little penicillin, you'll be fine. Oh, we've heard that
Well,
before,
Planet
right?
Eartha, we have a chock full show today, and the people that you've heard so far
It's
have
all
a
racial.
have-
It's all Latin, Indian.
we're not
Choctaw.
in our movie right now.
Right. You guys have a
God.
movie?
Well,
We do
speaking
need to
of that,
talk about that movie.
because we really know how to boomerang it here.
No, you do.
Chad, well, what I was telling about why actors like directors like Chad Darnell, he was nice enough to write a role for me in his film. And how many times, actors out there, have you heard that from a director or someone promising you something, and then it just goes into
It
the
doesn't
ether?
happen often.
All the
And-
time.
I've had to blow a lot of people, and I never got that.
Right, exactly.
Oh.
Yeah,
Just
you know what I'm
kidding.
saying?
I'm
And
Okay,
you know,
kidding.
Ralph,
Kidding.
thank
I'm
God,
kidding.
thank God Daryl Stevens wasn't available. So that
Right.
happens, right? It wouldn't be the
hilarious.
first time, would it?
I'm
But
kidding.
But we're going to start with Chad for a second and let him talk about one of his films because he has several out now that are happening.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's good. Things are. It's good.
Things are good. He's so exhausted because
I
he has
know.
so much shit
Yeah,
going on.
it's-
He can't even keep up with
It's
it.
been a good week. Birthday Cake, which is our little film.
Yay.
Yes, yay!
Yay.
That's the big one.
We just won Best Comedy Film in Kansas City.
Congratulations!
I emailed you. You didn't tell me we won.
Oh, we won.
Yay!
Yeah, we won.
We won.
Yes.
I'm still waiting on the. I haven't really announced it on the page on our.
It's on the-
I've announced it, but I mean on our official.
Oh, on the
page.
birthday
We
cake.
won.
Yeah,
feature
because
film?
we're sending you the laurels. I'm like, great, then but they haven't yet.
Best
so.
comedy
great.
film.
Best
comedy.
Isn't that great? And didn't we open Kansas City? What were the
We were
opening?
not the opening,
Oh.
but we had a director's showcase.
Oh, okay.
So,
And you were there. You
I
were
was
in
there.
Kansas. You've been traveling a lot as
And,
well.
you know, and I wanted to bring this up because of the whole Paula Dean thing and about
Oh, I have something to say about that.
and
Yeah.
tolerance because
Oh, I wanna hear.
the Phelps
Yeah.
sisters were in attendance in Kansas City with Chad, and Chad is no stranger to mixing it up with people that
Who
you
are
would
the
think-
Phelps
Yeah.
sisters?
He will tell you.
Okay.
So, Westboro Baptist Church.
oh,
Oh, those lovely people.
This is like a long story, but
Okay.
long story short, a few years ago, I produced Laramie Project 10 years later at Hollywood United Methodist. We had a great cast: Julie Benn, Zachary Quinto, Jim Parsons, Johnny Galecki. They threatened to protest, and they sent me these very mean, awful tweets. And over the years, they've been mean and vicious and awful. And they were coming from one specific person, Megan Phelps. And then earlier this year, Megan Phelps left her family with her sister Grace, and I sent her this letter, an open letter to Megan Phelps. I'm very, very famous for my open letters on my blog.
That's great, though.
And we became friends. And she came to the film, and it was a really nice experience. I also went to, when we were there
So
last
she's
year.
changed her ways of thinking.
Yeah, completely.
Wow.
It's great. And she, the last year when I was there in Kansas City, I went to the Westboro Baptist Church, and I made a little sign that said, "God loves me," and I protested in front of their house. Thank God nobody was there because I was really scared.
That would be
is
scary.
that the picture you posted on
Yeah.
Facebook? Okay, I didn't realize it was from that.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
outside Westboro, and now we're friends. It's amazing what can happen in a year and how you.
what changed? What changed
yeah,
her?
what
Was
did
there
change her?
a certain situation, or
don't want to
Okay.
speak for her,
Right.
But you will.
I think.
Can we call her?
I think that it had a lot to do with people telling her, but that's not what the Bible says.
oh, okay.
Wow,
And
it's
she
amazing.
began to question.
Well, according to her interview too, she says that what she and Grace were living with, they thought that was the norm. They
If you
didn't-
raise people to hate, they're going to hate until they
it's-
figure it out, hopefully later.
Unfortunately, it's like with child abuse. Children
Right.
sometimes feel
Right.
like it's normal to be beaten because that's all they've ever known, unfortunately.
Well, mine do.
Okay.
Well, they should.
But
they live in a nice house.
But
So.
according to her, she did have an epiphany or a revelation.
Yeah.
They're like the ex-gays. Okay?
Yeah.
I think it's not just with child abuse. I think it's with any kind of abuse of anything. Like we're
You just
used to
get
that.
used to
Not me. I mean, in general. Well, me in some areas, but you're used to the norm. Like you think that's normal until it's not normal
Right.
anymore. You know, until you do the work or you move with the times. In this situation, it sounds like. I mean, you
Yeah.
kind of got to evolve.
And
you know.
they're
Right.
two beautiful, smart, intelligent, lovely women, and it's amazing that in a year's time you can go from like tweeting such hate to showing up at the world premiere of a film.
Exactly. You know.
Do they live out here now? Or they
They do not. No.
okay?
Bravo hasn't gotten them for a reality show yet.
Yeah.
or
No.
anything, right?
That would be a
Well,
good
why
one.
don't you?
Right.
Jasper?
Actually, maybe you should pitch that.
You know,
Right.
I have to say something. Like, I'm normally really quiet about, certain controversy things. And I was in Florida, and I've been kind of obsessed with a lot of things because CNN's my best friend
Mine too.
when I travel. And
Mine too at home.
yeah,
I love it.
I was watching all this Paula Deen stuff, and I didn't say anything about it, and I get it. Like, people make mistakes, and I don't know if the media's running with it. But then someone emailed me a link of this site, and it had this story that she said all these horrible things, and I just I tweeted what the F,
Right.
what the fuck at Paula Deen, and I tweeted her and I posted the link. Well, it was a parody. Somebody had posted a joke.
Oh.
And I got attacked the other
Oh.
day. But then
Wait,
wrote,
so people are lying about her lies? I
they're
mean,
lying about this
Wow.
interview. But then I started looking it up, and other people, because I looked at it, and there was a couple on Google. There was quite a few different links of the same thing. So I was like, I cannot believe she would do this after
Right.
all this stuff. And it said her publicist had quit, and then I'm like, wow, that's like the final straw for me. So then I had people researching while I was researching. I was getting my hair done because I had to go do this event in
and it
Florida.
looks good, everybody.
Thank
Yes.
you. And I'm like doing this really quick, and thank God for my girl Anj, who was looking at it, and I was like, help me. And so then I tweeted an apology because I was wrong. Like, I didn't know. I wasn't wrong. I
Well,
read the link and
right.
I believed it, and then I Googled it, and it kept going on. The links kept going on and on and on, like hundreds, thousands of them, and they were the same one. So I was like, okay, but I was wrong. So then all the people that bashed me were like, they quiet down. But thank God, Twitter and the people that are on my Twitter page and stuff, they were like, you don't have to owe her an apology. She's
Right.
done so much. But I did owe her an apology, because if that was wrong,
Right,
if
right.
that was not her interview, then I was wrong for saying
Right.
what the fuck.
So-
Exactly. No, and you're a big woman to do that and admit, okay, guys,
She's a
made
petite
a
woman.
mistake.
She's not a
that.
big
Yeah.
woman, Ralph.
know,
Careful.
Okay.
Are you
She's
calling
a-
me fat?
Oh no.
She said she's
I just
a,
lost 140 pounds.
said-
What is wrong with you? You hate me. I knew you hated me on set.
Oh, she's so funny. Oh, and I have to tell you that I had, Liz on Twitter boxed me.
I
yes.
love Box Me Up.
I actually invited her to come as a surprise, but she wasn't able to.
I would have
I know.
passed out.
I know, right?
I love
Isn't there
Box Me Up.
restraining
Who
order?
is she?
Box Me is
No, not her.
She's
Oh.
a great.
She's
woman.
darling. She's a darling girl. But so Liz,
would've
if you're
cried.
listening, we're sending our love to you.
Oh, I love
and have a good
you.
time with your family.
oh, yeah.
She's
She's a good
She's a
woman.
great girl. Great girl.
She's
Yeah.
she's amazing.
She's a great girl.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
You
Like
have a lot of support on Twitter. Yeah, and Debbie. Hi, Debbie.
I
Debbie
love,
Debbie.
Dalton.
I love Debs.
Debbie Dalton.
Oh,
Debs is
Debbie, yeah, she wrote.
brats.
Debbie
She's
is
amazing.
Debbie
hope
is a
Debbie's-
big Barbara Streisand fan.
Oh, okay, yeah,
So-
I
and I
don't
went
know
to-
that about her.
Yes, she is.
She liked our thing right before I came to the
Yes,
studio.
Debbie.
yeah,
Hello,
she's
Debbie.
amazing,
Yeah.
and Anj is amazing, and I mean, there's so many people.
Yeah, you have a lot of support.
I am so
Sweet.
lucky. And
Yeah.
Anna always, and
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
so many
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Well, while we're on that path, can we go ahead and talk about your new passion project?
Yes.
Sober Book.
Soberbook.com.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tell everyone about this and what's happening. And
I know. I can't wait to hear all
It's
about
so
it.
funny. This is my first.
where's the
publicity of
camera?
it.
We should hold.
I don't know. I'm hoping it's
Ralph,
not on
where's
me.
which
Put
camera
it
are
on
we on?
Jennifer.
Click over here.
I think it's right there.
Yes.
You just isn't it? Well, you have a camera
there
there.
you are.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
so
Oh, perfect.
it's-
Look at that.
It's What's Your Story? Soberbook.com is a magazine that I am so honored to say that I'm owner of and spokesperson. But like we created, I have a huge team, and this other person and I created this this book. Basically, it's for everyone has a story to tell. I'm a huge advocate of that, and it's up to us how we want to tell our story.
Right.
And it's not just about drugs and alcohol. However, the first issue is a lot of that, a lot of stories of drugs and alcohol, and how it's about what has happened in your life. Like we all go through issues. We all have overcome different things and obstacles, and how do we overcome it? Because we're still here, or how
Right.
are we overcoming it? And it's unedited, it's raw, it's real, and the voice is you.
Wow.
And there's a website, which is soberbook.com, and the magazine's called soberbook.com.
Which is
It's a monthly
easy.
magazine. It's free.
What's your distribution on this? What is it?
10,000 South Florida only right now. We want to go nationwide. Hopefully, I'm saying 6 to 9 months, if not like 9 months to a year. And I've been in Florida working my ass off with everybody on my team and stuff. And we just closed the August issue, and we threw a party for the 4th of July. And I went to a bunch of treatment centers, and I was talking to people, and then on the streets in Delray, and we went to all these different places, and all like from Boca, South, Miami, West Palm Beach, Juneau, Jupiter, all these places. And we've had people distribute it in stores. We're putting it in, and the only way this magazine, it's the advertisement, but we're so in the hole. Like everyone's like,
Right.
"Oh, you're so rich now." I'm like, "No, we're like hundreds of thousands."
They haven't worked on magazines.
Yeah,
Right.
In the whole, and the advertisement pays for the parties, and so we threw this huge party. It was a carnival in Delray at Lake Ida, and we thought, okay, at the max 500 people. We had well over 1,500 people.
Wow.
Like sober people, normies as we call them, normal people, like business, like all these people bonded together. We danced, like people were dancing like crazy, and it was so interesting watching people coming out of the buses of treatment centers, and some of them were like 5 days sober, never been sober before, and they're watching everybody, and like people, I started dancing with my friend Peter, and he's not in the program, he's one of my loves of my life, and they own a salon, him and his husband Mark, and we started dancing, and then like I was acting like I couldn't Dougie, so we were, like I had someone teach me how to Dougie, and like literally, and so other people started coming in the circle. And all of a sudden, there was like probably like 500 people dancing, and we danced, and we were covered in sweat. Like I could have peed on myself, no one would have noticed. I mean, we were just drenched in sweat.
Well, it is Florida.
Yeah, it
It's
is
humid.
Florida, right? And
And the
you
humidity is great for your skin. That is why your skin looks even better than last time.
Thank you.
Probably. I mean, it's amazing.
Thank you. And we, it was a 6-hour party. People would not leave. It was amazing watching these people at first. Like, I remember they were like, this is weird. Like people are having fun, not loaded. And then all of a sudden, like I would run over and I, hug people and stuff, and they started dancing, and everyone's lights, like the lights like came on their eyes. Like it was such a godly moment for me, like a godly day. I would sit back and go, oh my gosh, like I get the goosebumps talking about it, and it's a lot of 21-hour days. I'm crying in fetal position at night, every single night, because I've never owned a magazine, edited, and done all this stuff and layouts and from font sizes
You've just been in the magazines.
Yes.
Now you see what goes on.
Yeah, behind it. And I've seen a little bit, so I had a lot to bring to the table. And, there's a lot of discussions and a lot of, we're really passionate about it.
Should we give a shout out to the other partners?
Well, he would like to remain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which
there
is
we go.
amazing.
That's
and,
great.
This guy is an angel, and he loves, helping people. And I'm just honored to have him as a partner. And my team is just amazing too. And we're having another party August 4th in Florida at Lake Ida. But we just need stories, really.
Right.
You go on the website. You register as whatever you want to call yourself. We don't care who you are. We want no names, no faces, not necessarily any bashing, but if there's bashing, we block it.
Right.
Because this is about, yes, you can say your mom, Jill or, Jane Doe, whatever, because we won't know who you are.
Right.
But it's about every story that's put up on the site. Every story makes it, and they become a chapter. So everyone is a chapter, and it's a book, basically. And I look through and I read every story. I'm commenting on the stories, and I am pulling from the website to create the next issue. Well, actually September, because I've started working on September already issue.
Wow.
And it's been great. I put it on Twitter and Facebook and websites and stuff, and I went to Cyber World, and like Kristen Johnston's gotten really like passionate about
She's
it.
great. She's great on Facebook.
Now we're like bonding, and she's such an
totally
advocate.
see that.
She's such a strong, amazing, passionate woman.
She really walks the walk.
Yeah,
she does.
She does.
Brandy's, supporting it. There's so many other people that are coming up and supporting this magazine. So it's great. I can't wait to see what the future holds for it. I don't expect it to change in a day, but if we don't have stories, we don't have a magazine.
1,500 people as opposed to 500. Sounds like it already did.
Well, I don't think, like you said, I don't think the stories will ever run out because everyone has one.
Yeah, I have somebody who's writing a story about coming out and what that was like for them, coming out in LA and being, in his early 20s, and like that isolation and differences, cancer, postpartum depression, Lyme disease. A woman wrote about, she's been struggling. I know it was a woman, but she's been struggling with getting sober and staying sober. And she went on that site and wrote about being an incest survivor and came clean about it, and she has this freedom now. Or I have a military mom in England who wrote about what that's like, being a military mom, and that was near and dear to me too, because my brother was in the military, and like the sacrifices we go through, and it's any story, it's about anything you've overcome. How'd you get a job? How'd you make it? How are you making it? So how are you dealing with it? And I just feel like it's paying it forward. People find their voice through there. The story started the founder, which is not me. She's chapter 1, and she went to 19 treatment centers. She was, I think, 19 years old or 20 years old, couldn't stay sober. This person said to my partner, said, I don't care what you have to do, go on any blog site, write your secrets, because she couldn't talk to her therapist about it, couldn't tell her sponsor, couldn't tell anybody about these secrets, told about it, and has been sober ever since.
Wow. And
she is the reason why we started Sober Book. And because of that, people can go anywhere and write a story, right? So we're like, this is a forum for you.
It's a perfect.
I get the chills talking about it, and I just feel like I can't believe, I used to cry about like, why me, God, why me, when I was getting, when I was out there yet again. And I know now why me and why I've come clean about what my ups and downs and trials and tribulations have been in life. I'm now in the place, like, I don't know how to date. I don't know how to be in a relationship. There's this would have, could have, should have. But I'm married right now to my career, I feel like, and this baby. And, if he comes along, it'll be great. I know in 2 years I will be like Heather in the movie and have myself artificially inseminated, and I don't need that guy to make that, and it's all these things, and I am, I blog about it at Jen's Corner, and we're making it more interactive, the site. So, I'm talking about things, like different things.
Facebook, Twitter,
Soberbook.com.
Yeah,
Soberbook.com.
Soberbook, but your Twitter is just give everyone your Twitter.
Jennifer Gimenez, Gimenez, at Jennifer Gimenez.
And your website is JenJimenez.com.
JenJimenez.com.
JENN.
Jimenez, GIMENEZ.com. And then we have at Twitter, at Soberbook.com on Twitter. We have the Soberbook page, Soberbook.com magazine. We have the site, if people go, again, we don't need to know who you are, and if you want to talk about your deepest, darkest secrets or those, issues that you've overcome, please go on there, help, pay it forward.
Wow. It's such a great idea. It's so exciting.
It's never been done before.
Right. I was thinking that. I've never heard.
Normally, like other magazines, from recovery magazines to tabloid magazines, there's writers. And the writers here are the people who write their stories.
Right.
Yeah. And we don't change the spellings. And sometimes I'm like, I can't take it. It's not about me. It's about them.
You want to correct their grammar?
Yeah, and
that's
it's
hilarious.
not.
It keeps it real.
It keeps it real and raw.
Have you figured out a schedule for yourself when you do you go to the website at a certain time now to read the stories?
I have my schedule is like get up
24 hours.
Yeah, it's 20. Literally right now it's 21 hours a day. And if I can sleep 3 hours like I did last night, it's a miracle.
Like Chad. Chad knows.
Yeah. And I was like, I don't get, like, I'm here in town for 2 weeks and then I leave again for 16 days to Florida to set the magazine, you know, and I'm conference calls all day long with the magazine people starting Monday, and today I have a bazillion emails.
Now, why Florida? Does the founder?
That's where
the
we're in
founder is?
Boca. Our offices are in Boca.
Okay.
And
And what were you saying earlier about it being the recovery capital?
Delray. Excuse me. I went for a photo shoot. It's funny how you never know why you're at somewhere, you know,
Right.
what you're doing. Like, you never know why. And I went for a photo shoot for this magazine, and that was in March. And when I got there, I was going through a really hard time in February, and I was like, how am I going to pay rent? You know, my fear is I'm always going to pull tricks on the corner for rent. I've never
Well.
done that.
You'd make a
Yet.
lot of money.
Yeah. But
No judgment here.
you know, and I was like, I couldn't believe, you know, I was at like, I hit a wall, and I just, you know, put the next foot in front of me, went and did this photo shoot, and I was getting my hair done. You know, I got there I was there for 3 days. I had 17 hours of prep, and when I got there, I was at the salon with Peter and Mark, and I was like, oh my God, you don't understand.
Is
you know,
Peter was with you in Florida recently?
Peter and Mark, they own a salon called Peter Mark Salon in
Were they here
Delray.
in LA? You were doing the photo shoot here?
I did a photo shoot here with them in January.
Okay.
And like they were like my angels, you know. And I went to do this girl Stacy, who was the photographer. She lives as well in Delray, and I went to do this photo shoot for this job with them, and they were like, "Oh, honey, this is the capital of recovery," and it's like a hot city, Delray, like young, old, middle aged, like hot happening. It's like kind of eclectic and eccentric,
Right.
And I was like, holy shit, I'm in love with every man and woman that's walking by me. And they're like, sweetie, this is the capital of recovery. And I'm like, bullshit. Like, I'm the recovery girl. Like, there's no way. And they introduced me to like 3 people at the salon. They, within minutes, made phone calls. I was meeting these people to rep a facility. And it just, from there, like, word spread that I was there, and I met this person. The second photo shoot time I went in April, and it was like this person I clicked, and he was doing this, and I was like, I had so much to bring to the table, and it just merged, and we collaborated.
Do you think you would maybe move there or have a second place?
I definitely will have a second
Yeah,
place. Like,
because
living
it
in the
sounds
hotel
like-
is starting to get at
Right,
me, and I'm trying to enjoy it because I
Right.
know I'm going to get a place there. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to enjoy it. But, you know, I don't really know that many people, and it's
just
there's a
see
lot
how-
of sacrifice I'm putting right now. And that's not, I'm not trying to be like, oh, victim or wow me.
Well,
Like,
you're not a victim.
because
please.
I'm not, you
No.
know, and I'm
No, you're
living a
just speaking the
fucking
truth.
amazing life.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
my reality is I'm there alone.
Right.
I don't know that many people. Like, I had to go get water, and I ran out of water in my nightstand that I had, and I didn't have any water left. So I go in like my booty shorts and like this itty bitty see-through little tank top, no
Well, that'll
bra,
make friends.
nothing. 4:50 in the morning. Oh my God! And I go into I like go into the gym, and I like put the water in, and then I go to my room. I'm asleep, no shoes, nothing, and I forgot my key for the door. And so I had to go down to the lobby, and I looked at this lady. I call her mama. I'm like, I don't have my key. Like, I had a nervous breakdown at 4:50 in the morning downstairs in the lobby.
We're gonna you'll tell us the hotel, and we're gonna send you water.
And
Fiji
they probably have the
water's my
security
favorite.
camera tape.
We're gonna
now
send
that
the
they-
water.
I mean, and they know me there, and they're great. But like, you
Yeah,
know,
it's lonely being on the road like that.
it is lonely being on the road, even though you know you're doing all these great things. Like, I don't have my friends, and like I'm sacrificing certain TV shows right now that I can't do. Like, I'm not being able to shoot, or I'm not able to
Is
do.
it
the
because
other
you don't
things.
want to mix, or because you physically can't be there?
I physically can't be
Right,
there. Like, I
right.
lost out on a few jobs, and you know, and because they wanted me and I couldn't do it, or like, you know, I can't move forward on other things because I've
Right.
made this my priority, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm missing out on life, and you know, hopefully this is 6 months from now, I'm gonna be like, oh my gosh, you know.
You never know what this will lead to.
No.
Well, right.
Sober
this
book,
is where
the-
you need
the
to be
TV
now,
show.
like you said.
You never know.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it could go.
Yeah,
You never know
you
why you're somewhere for some reason. And I just want to bring up, like we mentioned about those Phelps girls, you're the same. You're an ex-person of something different, and now you're a new person. It
Yeah.
can happen, Planet Eartha.
Yeah,
and
no,
can
it
happen
can. It
It sounds like
organic.
this is more fulfilling anyway than the
It-
shows you passed up.
It is. I mean, it is.
I mean, although you need to get paid.
And you know, I
yeah.
do these other certain shows right now, and I'm grateful. I mean, I'm so grateful, and I just feel like everything's for a platform to bring out carry the message,
Right.
you know, of whatever
Right.
it is. Because it's not just drugs or alcohol for me. It's that, yes, first and foremost, but it's weight issues and overcoming that and abuse and this and that, and I've overcome so much and been pretty honest about it publicly.
Very
and
honest.
That doesn't mean anyone else has to be public about it, but it's amazing. And I love how Chad is so honest about his things that he overcomes, and he like tells it like it is, and it helps people,
Well, that's why I'm glad you apologized to Paula Deen. That just shows the kind of person you are, rather than like, yeah, she doesn't need an apology. She does, because I said something based on something that was not true. I want to get that done and move on because you're communicative.
And
that
that's why
also
people listen
probably
to you.
Taught you that there's so much unfortunate crap on the internet,
Right.
and
Yeah.
Twitter stuff, and you have to just be careful.
Yeah,
You
well,
have to
that
be
was a
careful.
Google thing, so
Yeah,
that was a
Yeah.
Well-
website actually.
Well, it was
Yeah.
just like on Facebook a few months ago, somebody posted that Lena Horne had passed away. Well, yeah, she did, but 2 years ago.
People keep
So-
saying "Rest in peace, Nelson Mandela." Like,
Right.
what are you in a hurry for?
Yeah.
Yeah, they keep wanting to kill him. He's still
They
hanging
just want to be
on.
the first to tweet it. It's
I
like,
know,
who
you're right.
cares? I know.
Yeah.
Well, listen, we're going to take our first break,
Yes.
and we have to thank our sponsors, Tyrone Artworks, Imagine That Productions, and Wayman Productions. And remember to follow us on the website, onthesetwithjaspercole.com, Facebook, and Twitter. And when we come back, we're going to talk all about Birthday Cake.
Yay.
The
Yeah.
great
I
film.
think we might be
I
calling
think we're
one
going
of
to have
the
a phone
guest
call, yes,
stars
from one of the
Okay.
stars.
from one of
Easy
the
on
other
the
stars,
eyes.
but let's not say who it is yet.
Okay.
No.
So people will come
calling
back.
in from a
Stay tuned.
A
Planet
very
Somewhere else.
remote location.
Yes.
Yes.
Very remote.
From
Well,
very
you're
remote.
listening to On the Set with Jasper Cole. We'll be right back.
Come back, Planet Earth.
Bye-bye.
You're back on the set with Hollywood's bad guy, Jasper Cole. Here's Jasper Cole.
Woohoo! All right. Howdy, and welcome back to On the Set with Jasper Cole. This is your host, Jasper Cole, coming to you on a just hot mess Sunday. Who is running this fucking show?
Dennis says
It's
we're hot
not
mess.
dripping.
Into the ground, apparently. I guess I should do this more than once a month to learn how to run the board. But anyway, welcome back on this Sunday worship service with the amazing...
Where's
Ralph has left the building. Apparently, probation officer has come to get him. We are joined by the wonderful Dara Zane Scully. Hey, sweetheart, welcome back. She's eating and tweeting and could care less. Wave to the camera. And our very special guest co-host all the way coming in from Florida, Jennifer Gimenez.
Yay!
Hey, gorgeous.
Hi.
Thanks for staying.
I just sorry. I have a huge big snot.
It doesn't
rock
matter.
Here.
It's just-
Oh, wait,
just-
rock? Ew. Snot tissue. I don't know.
Well,
I
keeping
live in LA. People think I live in Florida now.
Really? Well, you're bi-coastal.
I'm from LA.
You're bi-coastal, bisexual, bipolar.
I haven't been bisexual. I mean, everyone thinks I am. I mean, I've made out with girls. We're pretty
Well, that
public about
who
that.
hasn't? Chad and I have too. Speaking of the wonderful actor, writer, director, producer, former casting director, and I'm sure there's 50 other titles I haven't come up with yet.
And baby face. He has a baby.
He looks
I know.
about
You look
17.
really
He does. He looks
yeah,
young.
and he
You
cut
look
his hair
hot.
and
Cut my
everything.
hair.
Mr. Chad Darnell,
Hello.
welcome back.
Thank you.
Thanks for staying. And Rose Cole, welcome back, gorgeous. Ralph's mom is here just to try to keep us all
Ralph
on
left,
track.
though.
She's our.
Ralph
She's just
left.
laughing.
I'll give you a ride home.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about this wonderful movie, Birthday Cake,
Yes.
that Chad wrote, stars, and directed, produced with Jennifer and Ralph Cole Jr. And one of the other stars, Rib Hillis, is down in the Dominican Republic. He works all the time.
He works
Well, he
all the
should.
time. He's not stopped working since
Good
we
Well,
looking
you
guy.
know, he has a wife, and
Oh,
he
he's
needs
got a
to
new
support her.
baby on the way. Yeah, he's got twins and a new baby.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh, not.
She's
I mean,
out
he already had
Yeah.
twins.
The twins are in the movie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. Well, that was good. Good timing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Rib's going to call in from the Dominican Republic, but tell us about, well, Chad.
You just ruined the surprise.
I know, Ralph. It was never. That was Ralph's idea. We
He's
want
hilarious.
Rib's fans to know he's calling in.
He's
so-
hot.
Yeah.
I'll call in if he calls in because he's hot.
You're already here.
I'm just
though.
kidding.
You're here, Jen.
Oh,
Well,
never
you were
mind.
here. You were here with Rib last time.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
You
Rib
guys-
is so good looking. I figured he was gay because if you're that good looking, you put yourself together well.
Well,
you're
and
normally
everybody,
gay.
He's
and
right?
that's
had-
the like in the
he-
movie because it's shot documentary style. People think that it's a real documentary.
Okay.
And then when we tell them no, it's not real, and they're like, "Oh, well, how long have you two been together?" And it's like, "We're not a couple. The kid's not ours.
Darn.
Like nothing about this is real." It's,
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
And a girl that he did some modeling with actually lives down near me. I recognized her from the exercise class.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, Rib at one time lived further down
Yeah.
in
Oh,
Orange
really?
County.
Okay.
Or for San Clemente? I
San
don't know.
Clemente,
yeah.
Do you have his address? Kidding.
433.
Oh,
Sorry.
no. That was the hotel room. Okay. Woo. But we're going to talk about the journey of Birthday Cake and where the festival is right now. It's out there.
It's
And-
out there.
and is there a website? Is it,
birthdaycakemovie.com.
Okay.
Birthdaycakemovie.com.
and it's on Facebook.
It's on Facebook and it's on Twitter at @bdaycakemovie.
And this is the full-length feature version of your short Groom's Cake,
yeah.
which you guys were here to promote last
Yeah.
year. And Chad's one of these guys. He doesn't just talk the talk; he does it. You know.
Oh, this guy doesn't
Do you know?
stop.
Because we know how many people, honestly, in this town. They have a script, they have a movie, they have a short. They're going to make it into. If I tell you how many times I've been attached to something that was never going to get made. So, but you do it so fast. That's what's amazing.
Sometimes it's fast. Sometimes it's not. Like my X-rated, which is the next thing that I'm doing. I've been trying to do it for 3.5 years. And I know my cast at this point is like, come on, just make the damn movie. I know Willem Bella. Willem won't even talk to anybody.
Willem's
anymore.
great.
He's like, I'll talk to you once the movie is
Right.
got a date. But hopefully we're shooting in November. And I think that I could not have done X-rated, which is the next one. It's based on the life of Joey Stefano, and
right.
Shishi LaRue. It's it's that movie. It's changed titles several times.
It's an amazing script.
I'm so proud of the script. I mean, I interviewed all of the surviving members of the pack. I interviewed 50 other people who knew them.
I want to be in that movie. It's so good. It's going to be amazing.
And it's a great movie about addiction. I've said from day one the movie is about addiction. It's not about the porn industry. It's not about
it takes you in there. I
Yeah.
mean, like you are in the addiction when you're reading the
Yeah.
story. I mean, it's.
Yeah, that's what you said. You said
Yeah.
that you felt yeah.
I was like, woo. Like I would be like, oh man, this one's
Yeah.
It was great.
But that one is obviously
Right,
a
that's
bigger
in-
budget
right.
film, and what I've been able to do successfully is to do these smaller, low budget things, and like Groom's Cake we shot for 3 days for $2,000, and it did really well. It won a ton of awards,
Right,
a
it
ton
went
of festivals, and
through the circuit also.
I mean, it was crazy how many awards it won.
And with this one too, with Birthday Cake, we shot it. You know, at the end of the day, it's going to be like a little $30,000 film.
It looks amazing, though.
But it looks
Yeah.
amazing.
The quality
It's-
looks
And we
great.
have incredible actors, and it's like if you don't have the money for production values, then you better have a good cast and a good story. And I think that we have that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a solid cast.
Yeah.
You had some great Lee Merriweather.
Yeah.
Helen Shaver plays. Is she your mom?
Helen Shaver plays my mother.
Your mother in the movie, yeah.
And I worked with her on Judging Amy when I was in casting.
Okay, yeah.
And
She's fantastic.
Peter
some great-
Page is great.
Peter's
James
great.
James
Hogan, who's in
Logan.
the Hunger Games.
Yeah, yeah.
The scene between you and Helen is so poignant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And with the way editing works, I told Laura Havermel at our screening, I said, okay, stop the movie, girl, with laughter.
Yeah.
And it was really
Yeah.
just a nice punctuation to.
It's.
Yeah.
I almost cried like watching it the
I
other
was-
today.
yeah.
I was like, well, I got teary eyed. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, you know,
and I was watching it on a little.
I just got goose pimples too because in the trailer, it stops when she says about, oh, please, this is not the first time this has happened at
Yeah.
a child's birthday. And the look that you do and the look that she has right where it stops, I love that moment. Then in the full length movie, it
goes
just keeps
further,
going
yeah.
on with the scene. But that was a really great, nicely done moment.
I was telling Jen during the break. Apparently, people might have heard us.
Yeah, apparently, I don't know. Someone tweeted in that the mics were open during the
The whole
commercial,
break?
but whatever.
But you have the
Whatever.
thing.
I thought I turned them off. I don't.
Oh.
Are we on now?
I think we are.
Because
Yeah.
Tony would have said something.
Well, whatever.
Yeah, tweet us
Tony's
and let us
back
know what all you
laughing
heard.
Hysterically. He's
Yeah.
like, oh, those idiots.
Gomer Pyle, right here.
Well, speaking of Gomer Pyle, we can talk about Missy Pyle, who's going to be.
Missy
Girl, I will.
He will
fucking-
boomerang
I will
it.
segue
She's
and
flawless.
boom. Okay,
Somehow
I'm
it'll
gonna-
go back to Ralph and Missy.
She
but
is the best, and she's read this.
Your other actors are sitting here, and I'm just kidding.
She's,
she is.
She's. What are we reading?
That's
I'm scared.
yeah.
Were the mics open?
What- what's he
No,
hearing
no.
us
Apparently,
twice?
just one loner at home who we're thankful to have as listeners on their computer. They're hearing two shows. It could be voices in their head, but we're happy
shows.
that
Is it
at
two
least
of-
they're hearing our show and somebody else's.
Oh, I was going to say, is it 2 shows of On the Set with Jasper Cole?
I don't
or ours
know,
and someone
but
else?
whatever. They just wanted to let us know there's 2 shows playing at the same time.
Oh,
I want to say up your medication.
Who
Right.
brought those chocolates? Are those
Dara baked
That's like 20 minutes ago. Wait, let's go
Dara
back to the
baked 'em.
movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Missy Pyle.
Missy Pyle.
Missy Pyle's playing Sharon Kane, who was a porn star in the late 70s, 80s, and 90s, and she was sort of the mom of the porn brat pack. And Ryan O'Connor, our beloved Ryan O'Connor, who was legally married last night.
Oh,
is playing Chichi
congratulations.
LaRue
Was? Oh.
to Graham.
to Graham.
Okay,
And they are also in Birthday Cake.
Exactly.
And she is an attorney.
She is a drag
Really, I
queen.
don't know what I've smoked
What-
crack. Sorry,
Ryan's
Jennifer.
playing Chichi LaRue, right?
Yeah.
Can you
Okay.
share?
And right before our reading for Birthday Cake, I had met Ryan because I saw him in the Full Monty, and I
Right.
didn't know who he was. I just complimented him after the show. He was so great in the role, and just I was there to see another friend of mine, and as he walked out, I said, "God, you were great, and I really liked you and everything." We chatted for a little bit. He went on his way. Fast forward to coming to Hamburger Mary's, and he's sitting in there, and I'm like, wait a second, I saw you in Full Monty. So it's so great.
He's
how we
such
all
a great
collide.
actor,
Yeah.
and this is such a great role for him because at the time Shishi was in love with Joy Stefano, and so you really see this unrequited love and the addiction that they both had at the time. And Larry's been sober for almost 2 years now, and
Wow.
it's such an incredible
I love
story.
Larry.
Yeah,
I love Larry a lot.
So-
Oh, great, good. Thank you for talking about that.
yeah.
So we have that.
So
we have Birthday
X-rated,
Cake.
yeah. So Birthday Cake playing the festivals now. Project Phoenix, which is the zombie web series that has been in post for almost a year, but only because my editors had to. We had some post issues with an editor accidentally deleted the entire film
Whoops.
of Birthday Cake
Can you imagine?
Wow.
after 3.5 months of editing it.
Oh.
So Mike Justice, the amazing Mike Justice, amazing Jason Mark, they came in and recut the film and saved us. And but I had to take Jason off of Project Phoenix to edit that. So we're hopefully premiering Project Phoenix in September, and X-rated. And Hell House is the movie that James Ryan and I have right now that hopefully will be rolling in September.
Wow.
And
You're
The
very
Mark will
busy.
be next
Our
year.
next festival is when?
Our next festival
For Birthday Cake.
is we play not tomorrow Monday, but Monday and Tuesday, the 15th and 16th in Philadelphia, 2 nights in a row, which is awesome.
At Q-Fest.
At Q-Fest in Philadelphia. And then we're in Durham, North Carolina in August. And then we're opening night in Cincinnati. And we are playing Palm Springs that weekend as well, I think the 22nd maybe. And there's a bunch of other cities that we're definitely playing, but they've asked me not to announce yet.
Yeah, I'm going to try to move my schedule so I can go to the Palm Springs.
Yes,
Festival.
I was going to say that's the one to go to.
Yeah,
That's-
Well, we are
the
we are
phone's
now
ringing.
calling the Dominican Republic. So speak
Are
Spanish.
we having 2 shows?
Hello.
Hola,
Could
¿cómo
this be
estás?
Rib Hillis?
Hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Estás Rib?
Rib, ¿cómo estás, amor?
Wait a minute, Rib, is this you? What up?
Hi.
Yes, it is.
Hey, welcome
Hola.
to.
Hi, honey.
We've got a jam-packed
Hello.
house here with all your birth cake friends.
Well, I'm his
And I-
girlfriend. I was his
I
beard
love it.
in the first
And
movie.
everybody's speaking Spanish to me. I love that.
Well, we're trying.
Rib,
Jennifer's
welcome
ill.
to our show. How's it going in the
Bienvenido.
Dominican?
Things are good. It's good down here.
You sound like
had
you
the
have
day
a
off
Latin
today.
accent.
Yeah. There's this
Down
horrible.
here, I got one more week down here in the Dominican.
Can you tell us about the film?
I can. It is a much anticipated, fantastic sequel to Roger Corman's Sharktopus,
Oh,
and this is it's Sharktopus 2, if you will.
There were a lot of unanswered
surprised!
questions in the first
Surprised I wasn't in that one. But are you working? Are you working with Roger Corman?
Roger himself is not down here, but he's the executive producer. There's some fantastic production team from Peru. This guy named Luis Loza, who did the movie called Anaconda.
Oh yeah,
That
absolutely.
With, Jennifer Lopez and John Voight.
I actually
and,
I love that movie.
And he's here. He's producing, and Kevin O'Neill is our director. So, and he did in a couple movies for Roger Corman. It's one of those monster movies for the Sci-Fi Channel. So I like to broaden. I like to broaden my spectrum. I
No,
want to be typecast.
Well, listen,
Absolutely, Rib.
work is work, and you had a movie last year on Sci-Fi Channel as well.
Yes, I did. I was very fortunate. I did on Memorial Day. They actually ran two. They ran Dino Croc Super Gator and Piranha Conda back to back. And what's funny is, I play basically the same guy, the hero guy who kills the monsters. But they're two different movies. I play different characters, but they're shot almost in the same location. So if you're watching these movies, you're like, "What's going on here?" It's like the same movie.
That's great. Yeah, I saw that one. I saw Piranha Conda. I thought it was great. I thought it was just perfect tone and everything, and it was what was supposed to be funny at times.
So how's everybody in Los Angeles? I miss you guys. I wish I was there in person.
We're good.
We're great.
We're doing great. And isn't it wonderful that our first festival with Birthday Cake won the best comedy?
I know. That's it shouldn't surprise me. It shouldn't surprise me, but it does. I'm just so thrilled. Isn't that incredible, Chad? How was the reception in the room?
They were great. They loved it, and we had a really. That's why I wanted to premiere it in Kansas City, because we had such a great reception in Kansas City when we played there with the short, and we won Audience Award best short film last year. So that's why I wanted to premiere.
Were people laughing like out loud? Like, did they miss dialogue?
Yeah,
they were laughing so hard?
The amazing Jane Badler has this one scene that scares the hell out of me. And it's like, I always want to do one thing in a film that scares me, and unfortunately, I'm not the one with the scary thing. It's Jane. Jane sings this terribly offensive song, and I wrote it. I mean, I wrote the piece. Like Justin Jones actually wrote the song, but. It's one of those moments where going into it, like if the audience isn't on that roller coaster, that audience is going to turn on us.
It's going
to happen. I know it's going to happen at a festival, but the audience laughed. They laughed at the screening we had last Sunday for the cast and crew, and they laughed in Kansas City. But it's one of those things too where like it's so offensive that the audience is like, I don't know if I should be laughing. nervous
laughter.
And then they came into
Chad, that's how I felt the first time I heard the song. I was like, oh my God.
And Jane Badler, she played Diana on V. She's like, no, make it bigger, make it worse, and she was totally game for anything, and she's awesome.
I love it.
Well, so Rib, you're done in a week. You're coming back to Hollywood.
Yeah, I'm done in a week. Come back to Hollywood. My lovely wife is due. We have a baby coming in August, so I have a month left.
Congratulations.
Wow. Thank you very much. It'll be my third child and Elena's first. So I have a week at home, and she's got a long list of. She calls it honey-do list.
Oh yeah,
she's got the long honey-do list for me.
Well, you are a very handyman, so you can do a lot of stuff, as we know from your design shows and landscaping and everything. You do it all.
So Chad, if we do a third installment of the movie, we could have a baby coming up pretty soon. You know, we can put my son there.
I could be the next pregnant. Well, there could be a couple pregnant people because I do that one scene that happens.
And then I was thinking, while you're doing soberbook.com, because you wanted to expand nationally in 6 to 9 months, so you can go on and gestate now.
Gestation.
What's that? Gestation.
That's when you're
and then distribute the sober book nationally. So you could be coming out at.
You want her
ends.
to be a single mother?
Well, I want you to be a happy mother and an inseminating.
No, in 2 years though.
2 years.
Yeah, I would.
She's busy now.
Could you imagine? Like I would lose myself right now. I would be like, here, Chad, take care of it. Call me in a couple of years.
Like the mother
would be losing Isaiah.
It's like you'd be like the mother in Mark Cherry's new show, Devious Maid, where the wife, she's just like, yeah, it's cute. Go on, get it away. Okay.
My son is watching that. I think because of Rosalind
really
Sanchez.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's easy on the eyes.
Well, Rib, you and Dara both have kids, so having the third one, is that how much age difference between the twins?
It's going to be 10 years. So.
Oh wow!
Oh wow! It's like a whole new family.
Oh yeah, you're due for when
you're due. Yeah, every 10 years, have one.
I remember. I'm remembering what it was like when I had my kids in my 30s, and I was like, it was exhausting. I don't know how I'm going to handle it.
It is exhausting.
Yeah.
I had kids late too. Yep.
But you have more patience, I think.
Rib, we have somebody that we know in common Shannon, that you have done modeling with. She lives near me. Shannon.
Oh, yeah?
Shannon, the blonde girl that you did like the jewelry modeling with.
Shannon's that other woman that you had the baby with.
Shannon Tweed.
Anyway, never mind.
I wish I was there. God, you guys must be having so much fun.
Well,
We are having
there's
fun.
this weird delay.
And there's
It's hard. There's this delay
There's
that's hard.
apparently 2 shows going. It's very dysfunctional.
It's very crazy here today. But
And we're just saying fuck it.
but Rib, tell everyone.
I'm showing Jennifer pictures of my family.
Dara's eating chocolate.
I'm eating everything
never
inside.
Flick that fly off the donut. Okay.
Oh my God.
A fly. Here, cover it up.
See,
I had a dime for every time.
we're eating donuts too, Rib. That's
Well,
a
no,
no-no.
There
Jasper's
was
not
no
eating
fly
donuts
there. I have
or
no idea what you're
chocolate.
saying.
Well, so Rib, you have it. Tell everyone where they can follow you on Twitter and Facebook and.
Nobody's watching.
I was
or
lucky.
listening, so
Nobody
don't
else has my name, so you can follow me at Rib Hillis on Twitter and Rib Hillis on Facebook and on Instagram. So I didn't have to come up with any creative. I asked this girl. I'm doing a film with this girl, Katie Savoy. I'm like, so what's your Instagram? And she's like, this X 771. I'm like, could you make it more complicated? so Rib Hillis. You can follow me on everything.
Oh,
Okay.
great! All right. Well, listen.
Jasper just woke up from a nap.
No, listen. I know there's a stupid ass delay on this thing, so we can't thank
All
you
this
enough for.
swearing in front of Rose.
Rose has heard a lot worse.
She has?
I think
Okay.
Rose has sworn a few times. That's Ralph's mother, Rib, by the way. Listen.
Well, hello, Rose.
Thank you, buddy, for calling in, and everyone.
Bye, Rib. Ciao, que te cuides.
When you're ready
I said
to promote your
you guys
movie,
kisses and thank you for having me on. I miss you all.
Miss you too, kiddo.
have a great rest of the week there,
Que
and have a
tengo
great.
un buen noche.
Que tenga una
All
buena
right,
noche.
thank you, buddy. Have a good one.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, Rib.
Bye.
You know, it's so funny with Rib. I remember when we were doing Groom's Cake, and I hadn't met him yet, and
He's like so
I
perfect.
Googled him and all this stuff, and I was like, there's no way I'm going to get along with this guy. He's too beautiful, and he's
Right.
going to be an asshole.
Exactly how she said about me too.
I did.
She did.
We hit it off though before we even met, you and I. And Rib, it was so lovely. But I was thinking about the last scene of the movie of Birthday Cake, and when I was watching it, and I was thinking about us on set there, and it was like one big love fest gathering. Like we all got along. Like it was so great.
If somebody didn't get along with you, then it's on them.
Yeah,
Because you're
Well,
very easy.
yeah,
to get
tell
along
my
with.
enemies that.
You're very easy to get along
Yeah,
with.
but I'm
and-
also very easy not to get along with, like, because I,
'Cause
always
you-
don't sugarcoat things.
Well,
after
you
a while.
shouldn't.
You don't have a filter, which is good.
I don't either.
Yeah.
No,
I
know.
think that's why we get along
I know.
so well.
Right. Tell
you
it
know
like it
what's-
is.
Who has time to not be honest? It's stupid.
Well, most of
there's-
Hollywood.
Yeah.
Right, right.
I mean, we love you.
It's funny because when I'm in Florida, like I think about the people in LA, like there's a certain way of being here, right? And in Florida, they're not like that. On the East Coast, they're not like that.
Anywhere outside the 30-mile zone is not like that.
Yeah,
No.
no, it's true. It's so true.
So can you relax a little bit?
No,
And-
I have not a second. To
No,
relax.
but when you're there, are you different because you don't feel like you have to work the Hollywood scene? I don't.
No, I mean, it's different. It's a different thing. I mean,
Okay.
because here, like, people don't really. I mean, they stop me, but they stop me a lot more there. I mean,
In
I know what you
Florida.
mean.
Oh,
You're-
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I know what
wow.
you mean.
But I'm saying like work wise and stuff because you're like, people are like, oh, I'll do this and da-da-da, and I'm like, are you really? Are you sure? Like you're always waiting because here they make, like you were saying earlier, they flake, they make empty promises, like people
They
don't walk their
forget.
talk.
They love to
Yeah.
take meetings and lunches and
Right.
coffees.
Yeah, and like it's not like I don't have a second
Right.
to like kind of wait around,
Right.
and they're there. People actually say what they mean and follow
And do
through.
it. Right.
That's
Yeah.
good. Yeah, I don't deal with flakes well, and even now my kids are like that. They don't deal with flaky.
Well, I find that people that come into this business from an outside real business, they have to completely rethink everything. No means yes or maybe. Maybe means probably not, depending on somebody. It's just some friends of mine who've come from like the corporate world, and they've tried to go into acting
why
or,
would they do that?
or writing or whatever. They're always like, well, they said they were reading my script, and they
Yeah.
said they were calling me on Friday. I was like, oh yeah, well, Friday might be next month.
That's
Next
why I do
year.
all my own things.
Right.
Yeah, no, it's the only way to be. I think. I mean,
Do you have another job to help you do all that? Or are you a trust fund baby?
Well, let's not get personal.
yeah,
I'm going to be turning tricks on Hollywood Boulevard.
Right.
I know.
Stay off my corner, Jennifer.
Well, you actually could make some money.
Because he has that baby face.
Wait, can I? Speaking of,
Oh, I just licked
can I just before we
I
finish?
licked the mic by mistake.
I already licked
That's
it
so
twice.
Gross.
Um,
Big black thing.
Oh, goodness gracious.
There's nothing wrong with it.
I want to say though, what's really ironic is that at Q Fest and many other festivals that were Birthday Cake's going to be at in Chastity Bites is going to be
Jen's movie.
And
Jen's
movie,
other movie that she did last year.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's been a year?
Well,
Yeah,
it's coming out. It's finally coming out.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's so funny. Like both movies are going to be.
And it's and we're I think you guys are in North Carolina as well.
Yes. We're in North Carolina
in
and
August.
maybe
And-
Cincinnati too.
Hey, Jen.
Maybe.
We just got a question from Jonathan Jackson.
Oh, publicist. Former
extraordinaire,
publicist.
because you know how you like publicists and everything.
And he lives in Florida.
Oh, he does. Yeah,
By the
I know.
way-
We've been,
Jacksonville.
I didn't know he was a publicist. He's so sweet on Twitter to me.
By the way, Jonathan and Ilana from the are like all. That's a whole thing.
Oh, I love Ileana.
Yes.
She's my angel. She
Yeah.
really is my.
She's a smart
oh.
cookie. But Jonathan wants to know if you've read his book.
No, I haven't.
I should have brought it for you. I have a
It's
copy
called
at
Don't You
home.
Know Who I Am Yet?
Oh,
Yeah.
amazing! Congratulations, Jonathan. No,
Yeah,
I
you
haven't
know
read
what?
it.
I'll send it to you if you have a P.O. box. I don't want you to give me your real address because I don't want you to think I'm a stalker.
No, I'll give you my own address.
I'm not a stalker. I have no time for that. But there are some.
I do have your address and your social security. We're fine.
Right.
Okay,
Good to go.
We made out, so
We-
it's good.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, congrats, Jonathan. Jonathan's listening
I read
today.
Jonathan's
Oh,
book.
that's so sweet.
It's very good.
He's such
Yeah.
a nice guy.
Hi,
a great guy.
Jonathan.
Sweetheart.
Let's play jacks.
Oh,
Oh.
Okay.
Wow, Ralph.
Wow.
Well, listen, we're going to take our second break.
Are we gonna
And-
go out?
Well,
though?
yeah.
what we're going to do
yes,
is we're going
yes.
to
we're gonna go out
we're
of the
gonna
building.
no one's going to talk, and then I'm going to turn the mics off
Okay.
after
We're
we
gonna
go
talk about how we
to
love
the
everyone.
break.
I
How about
know.
that?
Okay, perfect.
All right, you're listening to On the Set with Jasper Cole, and when we come back, we have two more special guests:
I have to pee.
writer extraordinaire P'nenah Goldstein,
I have
and
to pee. Can I go pee?
you
Oh,
wanna-
you definitely can.
He's just saying goodbye.
you don't have a catheter? Oh,
I used to. I did
I'm-
at one point.
okay, they're great.
Let's
we
talk
should
about
talk
that
later.
when we come back from break.
You can get $40 a month on Medicare. Okay, so you're listening on the set with Jasper Cole. We'll be right back.
Stay
Bye bye.
tuned, Planet Earth.
You're back on the set with Hollywood's bad guy, Jasper Cole. Here's Jasper Cole.
Woohoo! Howdy, 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 and welcome back to On the Set with Jasper Cole. This is your host, Jasper Cole, coming to you live from Sunset Gower Studios right here in Hollywood, California. On this 4th of July celebration Sunday, it's winding down, but this is church services with Reverend Cole and his associate pastor, Miss Ralph Cole Jr. Hey, Ralph, how are you?
Hello, Jasper. Preacher man, preacher man.
Give us a little old-time
Preacher
minstrel.
man,
Sing a little something.
yeah.
Sing a Christian hymnal for us, Ralph.
No, preacher man.
Bring it down.
Bring it down.
Onward,
Jasper, onward,
Christian soldiers
We're going to do that as a duet,
marching
I
to
think.
and fro.
Planet Earth, thank you for staying in touch with us.
Ralph, come on now. Seriously.
Ralph, are you drinking? What
How's
is
that
it? Is
voiceover-
that a urine
how's the
is this a
voiceover career going?
Is this a urine sample or is this a shot of? Is this beer? What is this?
Do you have wine in here?
What is this?
I do.
I have a drug tester
It's
thing.
communion.
I just need to put gloves on.
It is wine.
It is. It's communion time.
Oh, it is communion. Does
Did
anyone have
did
the?
you just announce that a whole lot of lovely just walked in down the end in the gray
Yes,
shirts?
we are
I mean,
getting
wow.
to that. We are getting to that. Before the break, you guys, Planet Earth, we told you that we were having yet two more exciting
my.
guests to join us.
Thank you,
That
Dara.
one would be the P'nenah Goldstein,
P'nenah,
writer
yes.
extraordinaire.
Tribal member.
Work it out.
Wonderful playwright, film writer, screenwriter, TV writer. She's had 3 of Hallmark Hall of Fame's highest rated TV movies.
Oh,
Must be-
wow.
I mean, we can brag, right?
Yes, we're here to brag.
Absolutely. Welcome,
And Dara's
P'nenah.
feeling comfortable because she has a fellow Jewess with her.
Another Jewess.
So that always makes her feel better
Shalom.
about that. Work it out. Shalom.
Kinda.
Work it out.
I don't have anything for
Bas
you.
mitzvah.
I don't have no. I need to add that on here
Get your bas mitzvah.
because we are
Get your bas
we're
mitzvah.
non-denominational.
You need to do the Adam Sandler, the Hanukkah
The
song.
Hanukkah song.
Yes.
Why don't you sing a little for us?
Oh, hell no.
Do you want to do some?
I sing really bad.
Do you want to speak Yiddish?
No.
Or how about at the bar
How about
mitzvah?
Nordstrom?
Do you want to talk about Lavatka?
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, P'nenah will like that.
P'nenah, I had to get up on the bima and say a little something about my son, but I had to
on his bar mitzvah.
on his bar mitzvah, and I had to read from this. I had to read a Hebrew prayer, and of course I didn't study it because why would I do that? And we got to a certain point, and I was stumbling over the Hebrew, and I said vodka. I mean, la vodka.
La vodka.
And then I went, that
We all
sounds
fell
really
out
good right
laughing.
now. It actually broke the ice.
It did.
Yes.
It was really good. We all laughed at that.
And I really thought, because
She'll
my
be
mother
here
had
all
passed
week.
away and she didn't get to see Nicholas get bar mitzvahed, and I really thought she was channeling me because Linda
thought-
loved
so
her
she's an
vodka.
alcoholic.
I love it.
She will.
She liked
We won't
Tiffany.
go there.
She liked Tiffany jewelry and vodka.
She did like her alcohol.
Linda was all like, say vodka, say vodka.
Yeah,
say
she
it,
did like her
say it."
vodka.
I love it. Well, our second guest, after we're going to talk with P'nenah.
We
it-
are? Oh.
Yeah, no, we
You
definitely
invited her.
No.
I had to drive here.
Join
We had to
me.
drive there, not on Shabbat.
P'nenah and I go way back.
We
Jasper
go way
used to
back.
say things like, well, P'nenah couldn't be here on a Friday night because it's Shabbat.
Well,
and why
she's a
aren't you-
really good Jew.
And why aren't you doing anything, Dara? So he would try
a
to make me
true
feel
Jewess.
inadequate.
Okay.
Well, there's different. Like, there's all kinds of Christians, right? There's all kinds of
Right.
Muslims, and they're all
Right.
kind of
Onward,
Jewesses.
Christian soldier.
Right,
Well, and
P'nenah?
speaking of our second fabulous guest
Jewish.
that walked in, because I need to keep the show moving.
Somebody clearly
Okay, forward,
does.
okay. So our next second guest that joined us for this next hour is a wonderful performer that I knew way back in New York days.
Not
I
about
will
you,
let
right?
him tell you, Planet Eartha, his accomplishments, but most recently
His
and most
biceps.
currently,
And
are
it's,
his,
it's a shame he's
Wow.
let
his
himself go like
biceps.
this.
I mean,
Yeah.
Gregg Butler is phenomenal on stage and off, and one of the nicest men you'll get to meet in
my God.
Hollywood.
Oh.
I love you
So-
so much.
Welcome, Greg.
With all
Thank
of that,
you.
let's welcome Gregg
We
Butler.
just did.
Hey, that
Was I talking? Okay. Was I still
my,
talking?
my headset's not working.
Okay,
I'm not kidding.
Well, you can't hear anything?
I can't hear a damn thing. I can hear her. I can read your lips.
Is Dennis going to let us know if we're still having
Did
two
you introduce
shows?
Gregory?
He did.
Okay. Welcome,
Jasper.
Gregory.
was Yo, what's
Have
up?
another queen.
Yeah. How you doing,
I'm doing so
Greg?
good.
Thank
I'm doing
you.
so good.
Well,
Oh my
it's-
God, y'all are chilling me right out right now.
Well, it is a
I don't have
small
to
world,
worry.
right? Because last year, Gregory and I got to work on a workshop at the Blank Theater. And when I mentioned to Ralph that I was going to be, I don't know, I told you he was in, and you
Gregg
said,
Butler.
I know him.
Is it the same?
Doesn't
yeah.
Ralph know everybody in Hollywood?
Allegedly.
I mean,
Oh,
really.
He kinda
Allegedly.
does.
Yeah. Allegedly.
You guys know each other
But you
from
know what
New
was so-
York.
But
when-
Jasper has slept with everybody in Hollywood.
Jasper slept with everyone. I just
Right.
know
Really?
everyone.
You beat
But
me?
when-
Oh my
No,
god!
I think if
No,
I had done
I'm
that,
just
I'd be a
kidding.
lot more successful.
When Jasper first told
I
me
wouldn't be
Gregg
sitting
Butler,
here.
I was like, Big Black Gregg Butler?
Big
Because,
Black-
because I have a Greg Butler's phone number in my book from years ago because I have
Oh my God.
the image of
Oh,
us
did you
standing
change your number,
in front
Greg?
of theater for the Sanford Meisner
Oh
Theater
my God.
down on 12th Avenue.
Oh my God.
We were talking outside of there one day. And, you know, it's such a memory that I had of you. So to fast forward to now, you're here in Los Angeles and doing all this stuff. And like I said to you in the green room, we haven't seen each other since you and Jasper did the play.
Right,
But
right.
I'm current with you because of all the great Facebook postings.
Oh yeah, I live
So
on Facebook.
It's really...
It's kind of sad.
No, not
I'm
at
too
all.
old for that.
Because, no,
I
you're
swear,
not.
everything
At our
in my
age, we're
life
lucky
is
we're on
Facebook.
it. We're lucky we
People
can figure
come
it
up
out.
to me at the gym and they're like, "Oh my God, how was New York?" I'm like, "Who are
Who are you? Okay.
And they're
See,
like,
you
"Oh,
forget.
Facebook."
You
I know,
forget.
you totally forget.
That's
Wow.
right.
How
that
many
is-
friends do you have on Facebook?
A lot.
Too many?
I don't know. I don't
Okay, then
check.
that means too many.
Yeah.
Well, I take
probably.
anyone.
Yeah.
Friends with
But-
people you don't know.
Do you just let
I
anybody
am-
friend
I
you?
do. I do.
I am friends with
unfortunately did
people
that.
I don't
No,
know.
I don't know
that.
anyone.
Do you
But
let-
I started
Blocking.
defriending.
Defriending.
Oh.
Yes, I started to clean house.
Okay.
Basically.
Wow.
Oh, good for
I
you.
cleaned
I
house.
clean house a lot on
Yeah.
Facebook.
Well, no,
yeah.
and so does Chad. I was
think
laughing with
we
Chad.
had like 3.
I was laughing with Chad Darnell before the show because Chad is prolific on Facebook with all kinds of posts.
Oh
And
no,
he-
but you
Oh.
delete people.
but
No,
some-
I don't delete it.
Well, some-
I never.
You mean
add
like
them.
spiritual posts and things like
well,
that?
they can be spiritual, but somebody commented on Chad's page. These cryptic messages of yours are really starting to freak me out.
Oh.
Because
You
Chad
tell
will
them to get
sometimes
lost?
allude to the fact that, you know, some people have kind of fucked me up. And because we all know how loquacious and outspoken Chad is, it makes you think, is he
that
talking
me?
about
Did
me?
it hit
Yeah.
her-
I've
maybe-
never asked if it's
But
me.
no,
thank
because when you're
God.
secure enough to know how
Exactly.
you are with Chad, then you aren't worried.
It
about
must have hit a
Wow.
nerve.
Oh, you
Got it,
did hit
yeah.
a nerve. I
No, I've
love
heard
when
people
I
come
love
up
when
to you.
people hit it. You can really tell a lot about people on social media.
Oh yeah.
I just
Oh, yeah.
joined. I just joined Twitter also.
Oh, good.
Oh,
What's your
okay.
Twitter
At
handle?
GKBUT.
Okay, everyone listening.
I'm going to follow you, and I'm not a stalker.
Oh my God,
Okay.
I love it.
No, I
Stalk
just
on,
started
baby.
following
Why
you on
can't
Twitter.
stalk? Isn't that the
'Cause-
whole
oh, 'cause
purpose?
you
No,
used
be
to
careful with
call
saying
it-
stalk on because there are people like
Yeah.
I've
You have
already
no
met
idea.
them. Yeah, someone just
Oh, is this
private
you, honey?
me.
Wait,
Wait.
GKBUT.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
at GK
Well,
Butler.
At GK.
The reason
Well,
P'nenah
yeah,
and
that's a
Gregory
given.
are on this segment is because
Oh, we gotta get to
see,
that.
so- yeah, we're gonna bring it back around to why we're
they're
actually
actually here.
Both. Well, P'nenah started as a playwright. Gregory comes from Broadway, from theater. He is the assistant choreographer, right, for associate for all the touring companies of Chicago. Yes.
Hollywood Bowl. Are we gonna? Is he
Yeah.
there that night?
Dara and I are
choreographing
coming
it.
July
What?
28th.
really?
July
I'm
28th.
gonna be singing
I'm
it.
gonna be in
choreographing it.
Florida. Fuck, I
Excellent.
want to see it.
Oh, we can curse on this?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah!
Just
Greg.
release me. I
Hell-
was be a Christian.
Did you meet my mother?
Oh.
Oh,
Bravo, Ralph.
That just
Way to
sounds good,
boomerang it. Bravo.
My mother, Rose, that's Greg.
He's praising like we are. We knew we'd convert.
praise Jesus.
Can we
Christ.
curse? Yes. Did you meet my mother? Okay. I'm back.
Now that we've got that clear,
Okay.
curse on. No,
Okay.
no, we're very
All right.
free here
All
about
right.
No,
that.
we are going to be at the Hollywood Bowl. Jasper
God.
and I on July 28th.
Oh,
can't
that's
believe
so
it.
great.
Yes.
So
So we'll
show,
wave to you.
The show is all cast. It's ready.
We finally have our
Can you
final-
talk about who's in it yet? Or
Yes.
Okay.
Ashley Simpson is Roxy.
Love it.
Oh, good for her.
Samantha Barks
Okay.
from Les Mis,
Les Mis.
is Velma Kelly. Stephen Moyer
From True Blood.
is our Billy Flynn.
Wow.
Drew Carey is Amos. And Lucy Lawless is Mama.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, I
Marina.
love Lucy Lawless.
I
Great
love Lucy.
I love Lucy. She's a real girl.
So we finally got it all done.
So where are you in the rehearsals? I mean,
Well, we actually officially will start in a week.
Okay.
I've been doing some early rehearsals with the ladies because it's a lot of dancing.
Oh, I would be
It's
like,
a lot of
Gregory, I need to
dancing.
rehearse. I need to come over your house, and you need to help me.
That happens.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot
Twitter.
of dancing, so we just gotta get it done before we start into rehearsals. And
Right.
I've also expanded the ensemble from
Okay.
like 13 to 21.
so how long have you been?
Thank you
what's
for
your-
employing other dancers, Greg.
Oh
Baby.
yeah. What's your?
Hello.
I
Are you there,
And I
Ralph?
dug back to like 19, blah, 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 blah,
Right.
to
No.
bring some of them back.
Oh,
But work
good.
it out
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
that's
that's good.
what Billy Porter said Jerry Mitchell did for him.
Honey,
Hello.
we always have to do
And
that.
if you were able to listen to earlier on the show, that's what I was giving Chad Darnell kudos for because Chad wrote a part for me in his film. That
Oh,
is
here we
now-
go.
Yeah. Shit will always. You can roll your eyes.
I'm rolling my
all
eyes,
the
bitch,
way
because
back
we-
you want. No, it will
Rose,
always come
I'm
back to
sorry.
me. And why shouldn't it?
You know we.
Honey?
Yeah.
This is the only child.
Because
Are you really
we were-
getting angry
Yeah,
or no?
because Ralph.
When you
was-
say no,
Because
no,
Ralph.
I don't know that.
I know.
He's
Is it?
kidding.
Ralph-
Did that work out?
Ralph
Thanks,
had- no.
Calm down.
No,
Listen,
Ralph
'cause
is- Ralph
you're
is
on
great.
camera. You can use this on your reel, I guess. Is that what you're doing? That's probably what he's doing for his dramatic reel.
His wages.
Well, then we better do another
That's
take.
what I was doing all day.
I'm a very outspoken person, but I'm going into like a little shell and you're like fucking freaking me out.
No, he's not going all ghetto. Don't
This
worry.
is a family.
This is
you know,
pretend.
it's like
Jennifer,
This is
I wouldn't
pretend
freak you
ghetto.
out. No.
I wouldn't bring you
This
out.
is not an angry black woman
No,
here.
no.
No.
Even when
No.
Ralph is pissed off, he's very refined.
Even when I was in Africa, I remember a line.
Africa?
Listen, no.
Oh,
Shut up. I'm taking it all over. I will take it all over. I remember being in line.
Just cut the mic,
In like
seriously.
Senegal, or I was in Liberia, and we were in line waiting for
Liberia?
a bus, and the woman in front of me, and I love that she said,
When have you been to Liberia?
"No, years ago in 1980s," and she was in line, and she said,
That was decades
"Don't
ago.
vex a Congo woman,"
Generations
and I
ago.
love that.
Where are we, Ralph? What's happened?
Is there any
I think we are
marijuana?
in Africa.
I kind of went all over the place.
You started
I
with
went-
Billy Porter.
Can we
Okay,
get back
Billy.
to him?
And for Billy Porter,
Oh my
we're in
God.
Liberia.
Oh my God.
And
Wow.
Billy's welcome on this show anytime. He'd be a great co-host.
No,
in fact.
Oh,
yeah,
he'd
Billy
be
would be
amazing.
No.
Can we
Yes.
go back to Greg?
Kinky
Did you
boots.
see Kinky?
Billy,
Did you see it?
I haven't seen it
No,
yet.
is it?
I
It's
saw
not.
it a week ago.
It's not out
Is
here
it-
though, is it?
What
No.
Tinky?
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
Tinky?
We're talking
Kinky
about
Boots.
Billy Porter
It's a
in
Broadway
Kinky
show.
I
Boots,
wanna see
Broadway
it.
musical. Billy
He
Porter
is
won a Tony Award.
legendary.
And
Ralph,
I want to
let
see
me
it.
explain something. When other people are talking,
Yeah.
that would be the time to stop.
tone it down?
Yeah. Yeah. Then we'll work it out
Okay.
that way.
Wow.
Go ahead.
I want to see Kinky, but we were in New York in April. We saw The Lucky Guy.
Oh, with
you
I wanted to see that, but he was
Really
on a,
good. Really
He was
good.
on a 3-day vacation. I saw Pippin
So you
also.
think we can
You
dance?
saw a lot.
He
You were
talked about
posting
last
on
season.
Facebook.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I
Yes,
really wanna
I
see
did.
Kinky
Well, I
Boots.
just saw Pippin and Kinky Boots.
Kinky Boots.
That's it.
Did you know Billy? Have you known Billy for
yes,
years?
I've known Billy for years.
I knew Billy out here when he had sort of stopped. He was running the cabaret.
How was Andrea Martin?
Amazing. I cried, laughed, and stood up all before intermission. It was
Wow.
amazing. I mean, what she's doing on that stage is so
It
beautiful.
was my first Broadway play I saw. I think it was Barry Williams was in it. And I said, is this Broadway?
From Brady Bunch?
I was like,
I worked
oh
with
my
him.
God.
Was
Yeah, that would be
Was he
I
in-
did
scary.
promises.
Was he in
promises with
Chicago?
them.
That would be
he
scary.
had to
Not
do-
yet.
Not yet.
It was a while ago.
That was P'nenah Goldstein. You just
Give it
heard
a moment.
Planet Earth.
We're
I
only in the
just
15th
chimed
year.
in.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, that's the
Yes.
thing about like Chicago. We were saying they tend to bring in celebrity names at certain points.
Well, you
to
know,
play.
Fran and Barry Weisler, who are the producers, kind of
Pippin also.
they kind of started this whole star thing
Right.
with like Grease. I mean, with bringing in
Rosie O'Donnell
Brooke
and-
and Rosie and all these girls, and it's just kind of picked up on Broadway. I
Right.
mean, and they've done it really well with Chicago.
And it really
And
so
well,
it really
Chicago
does.
really lends itself to bringing in this host of guest
In
stars.
and out. I mean, the role of Roxy, yes, and actually Mama has done it
Yeah,
as well.
Wendy Williams is doing it.
Yeah, Wendy Williams is
I
doing
love
it
her.
now.
Yeah,
Jennifer
she's a
Holliday has done it. Angie Stone has done it. Sofia Vergara has done it.
Wow.
So,
I didn't
you
know
know,
Sophia had done it.
Yeah, she did it for a minute on Broadway, then she went on tour for the show.
So
Yeah.
what is your
Sophia went
history?
on tour with it?
She did
Oh wow.
for a little bit.
What is your journey with the Chicago in particular? When did you first get started? You were in the Broadway show, right?
Yes, I actually started prior to Chicago. I was doing applause. I auditioned for Applause, and I auditioned because I saw him backstage. Ann Reinking was
Backstage.
choreographing him.
Yeah.
Backstage is how long ago that is. And Ann Reinking, you know, I'm a little black gay boy, so on my wall back in
damn.
Detroit. I know, sorry.
Sorry.
I knew you were. I knew you were.
Come on, musical
But to
theater.
actually hear
Wow.
it verbalized, I know.
The
It's
fact
not all.
that I even lusted after somebody's kind of a miracle.
You were always going for those
I'm
big
gonna go
black
back
men.
to
Okay,
Puig.
right.
I'm gonna go back to Puig.
Because
from the
remember, it was
Dodgers.
Marcus Redmond last time. Okay, and now
Was
you.
it?
Yeah, kind of.
Hi, Marcus.
Okay,
Is
yeah,
he
work
listening?
it out.
Work it out.
It could still work.
Right.
And you know, so I had auditioned because her name was on for choreographer, and she actually cut me.
Oh,
and I was
bitch.
getting my bag, and I was getting ready to leave, and I was just bitter.
Oh yeah,
And
party of one.
and actually about to cry because I was like,
Aw.
"That's it."
That's-
It's Ann Reich, she cut me, and she came up to me and she said, "Do you sing?" And I said, "Yes." She said, "Do you really sing?" And I said, "Yes."
Bitch.
She said, "Stay." And
Oh, that's
the next
cool.
thing I know, I was auditioning for Chicago, and she asked me to be dance captain, and that was '97.
Awesome.
Wow.
Wow.
That is so great.
She watched me. She said she watched me in rehearsals how I danced with Stephanie Powers and how I maneuvered her in this dance number we have, and she thought, he could do this.
Stephanie
Oh
Powers.
God! You see, just like
Again,
Jerry
you
Mitchell.
never know
who-
what
Right.
you're
Right.
doing.
It's
true.
You're doing. I was
They
talking about
saw
that earlier.
It's
And then it
so
leads
true.
to the next.
This is how I've been auditioning people now probably for the last 20 years, and it's the same thing I look for in a room with dancers. I'm not so. Yes, I want to know you can dance, you can twirl, but I also watch you interact with
Yeah.
everybody else.
Yeah, that's
because that
important.
tells me so
yes,
much.
it does.
But-
So much.
were you a big Fosse fan?
Huge.
I guess
Huge.
I'm not
Well,
too good
hello.
at it.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up watching.
Chorus line.
Picking
I
up
grew
on
up
my
watching Carol Burnett
Yes.
and Ed Sullivan.
Yes.
That's where I first
All
saw
the variety
When did you
shows.
start dancing?
When I was 15.
Do you
a
know
little
you?
late.
Oh,
Then
so you went-
obviously,
wow.
Yeah.
That's
you
good
know
to
Valerie
know.
Pettiford.
Yes.
Okay, and you know Valerie's doing a recurring now on True Blood.
Yes.
Work it out.
Okay.
Okay. So, okay.
I love Valerie.
I love Valerie.
Valerie's a diva.
I love the Broadway kids who get the TV work.
Right, and
Gives me hope.
And well, no,
Well-
and it shows tenacity, Gregory.
Oh my God, totally.
You know, because we're
Believe me, Boo, we all know it's two different worlds.
we're all yeah.
I mean, I had a rude awakening. I just moved here almost 3 years ago, and you know. you
From
think-
where?
New York.
New York.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
And
a-
you know, you
Broadway.
think you're jamming in New York. You got all
Right. Mm-hmm.
your Broadway credits, and you're doing your stuff, and you get here, and people are like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm just jamming." And I'm like, "What are you doing?" And they're like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm just jamming." 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 And That's cute, boo, but
What
where's
it-
the TV?
where-
Where's
yeah.
the film?
But
Where's
it
all
goes
that?
the opposite way too. When you start in TV or here, and you try to go back to New York,
Yep.
It does.
there's a
P'nenah,
real
get-
click.
have a good day.
Unless you have made a name. I tell
Right.
you, I've done workshops with BB Newworth, and people have asked her, how do you get a Broadway lead? And she said, boo, let me tell you the truth. Go to L.A., get a TV show. I don't care if it flops. Get it, and you will come back, and you will be able to write your ticket.
That was the funniest part of
Wow.
the Tonys when they did that whole spoof on the
right.
Oh,
the
yeah.
actors who lost their
Like the
TV
shows.
shows.
Yes, that
and the
was
one
great.
girl who kept saying, "I've lost two."
Yes,
Remember
yes,
that was
yes,
hilarious.
yes.
And Neil Patrick was all like, mine's still running.
Okay.
Because I just saw your picture on Facebook as you're holding BB Newworth so effortlessly in your
Yeah.
arms. And I want to just segue because it's all really about the show coming
Do you know
back to
BB?
me. No, I don't know BB.
He had
And
sex with her.
No, and I'll admit that. Just like you. No, I will say when I don't know somebody or something, no, it doesn't always need to be about
I'm
me,
kidding.
but it goes better when it does.
Right.
But the one thing that I remember,
Jennifer's looking
our
at you
good
like-
friend Mark Anthony Taylor. I remember this from back at, I can share this with you now. I just got goose pimples.
I did too.
I would be in his apartment, and I can remember when he was learning the track. The dirty bum bum, or the dirty bum bum bum, or oh yes the gun, oh yes the
Oh,
gun,
yeah,
oh
the
god.
gun,
And when
yeah.
he was learning that, I would sit in his apartment and just watch him go. He'd be like, "Ugh." And then when he finally just got it, it was so great. And I always remembered about the harmonies, and just because he swung like 8 different people.
We swung together.
Yeah, okay, and I can just remember like, oh,
Yeah.
what it must be like to come to the theater, and it's like, okay, Greg, you're doing this track and you're
Yeah.
doing this track, and then you're backstage going, do I go dirty bum bum or dirty bum bum bum?
Right.
You know, which one do I do? You know, so I always gave you guys so much for that.
What does swung mean?
Yeah.
Swinging a show is basically you're an understudy for the ensemble. So you have to know all the parts, all the vocal parts, and all of their choreography and staging. And you can go on at any given moment. When I moved, I was on the original cast of the first National, and they moved me to Broadway to be swing. I had never swung a show before myself, but I knew the show. And Mark Anthony and I went in together
Okay.
at the same time.
Okay.
So it was the first time I had ever swung either. And it was amazing. I mean, and they would call me at home, and it's like 6:30, and they're like, "Boo, I know you don't think you have to be here till 7:30, but we need you here now because you're on."
Wow.
So,
And then when you IBDB you, and then you look at your credits for Chicago, it's just like Mr. This, I've done them all.
I've done
okay,
them all.
right. You know,
and
I
can do a Roxy and Velma.
Well, I was about to. I was
you
about
give
to.
me room.
Really, I was about to say, and at this performance, the
saying.
role of Sophia Vergara
Don't get
could
it
not be
twisted.
here. Will be played by Gregg Butler.
Well, let me
I
ask you
have
this: when a celebrity comes on a show, and they're not a great dancer, is that do you have to sort of? How do you do that?
Sort of
You know what?
help them look better.
For me, this is so the truth. I have been blessed so much by watching these women go through this journey.
Right.
Because, a lot of people come in and they may not know their right foot from their left foot, but they have this passion
Right.
for it, and they have this desire and this dream. And I get to be in the studio with them for 4 weeks, 3 weeks, and then I get to watch them make this come alive.
Right.
And it's one of the reasons why I've stayed with the show so long. I've been with it for 15 years. So
amazing.
it's great.
Well, I've been watching Wendy Williams, just kind of talking about her journey. She seems like, I mean, anyone who's done theater knows how gratifying it is.
Yeah.
But for her, this has been like she was amazed. You do your own hair and makeup, all
Yeah.
these little things that she was, and the family. Now a cast
Yeah.
becomes a family. So
It's just so different. It's a different environment.
Yeah.
In theater.
Yeah.
It's a lovely thing. It's
Well,
a lovely thing.
P'nenah comes from the theater and has written many plays. And you started in New York as well.
I started in New York.
Yeah.
And actually, my first job was understudy, and I didn't want to do it. And I was the only one that had an actress that literally said, if you ever want to go on, just let me know and I won't come in.
Wow,
And I
how
said,
nice.
don't you worry. And I prayed for the show to close. I did not. We were at the Promenade Theater. It was a play that moved from Manhattan Theater Club to the Promenade. And I was like, oh, please close, please close. And part of my contract was assistant stage manager. So I really liked doing that. So that kind of transitioned me into eventually getting into writing. But many of my jobs were first when I was still in college was working on Broadway as assistant stage management. And I remember my first audition when I had to try to get the job. I call it the role, but get the job of the assistant stage manager. It was a musical, and this was this hard-assed stage manager, and she worked her way up, as the women, because it was always a man's world. And when she finally got in, she looked at me and she says, why should I give you this job? What makes it different? And I just looked at her, and I was coached by all my friends that wanted to be stage managers. They said, well, you have to say this, and you have to say this. Well, all that shit went out the window. So all I said was, well, listen, it's the same thing like a straight play. Eventually, you're going to get bored. So the only difference is that your foot will be tapping to the music. Got the job. So that kind of led me, and then eventually I got hooked up with Jane Alexander, and she was coming up with these ideas. And she was, I'm going to go to Hollywood, I have these ideas, and I thought to myself, she has ideas. I always have ideas, so what is that about? So that she found a book called Square Dance that the actor Charlie Hayde, Jane, they partnered with, and that kind of brought me out here. We actually made it.
Square Dance,
because we didn't know what we were doing. And that's how we got it done. We were fearless.
Wow. Yeah.
And it had Jason Robards, Winona Ryder was her lead role, and Rob Lowe.
Wow.
Who doesn't age?
Right.
He doesn't.
He's made a deal with the devil.
No,
right.
So, it's like kind of one of those things. But then I went back when I decided to become a writer. I actually got noticed because of my plays. Wow. So even though I was here and I was already an executive, it wasn't about that. It was that my plays got me noticed.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Did you always have the writing gift? Did you know that?
No.
Really?
No, but when I was an executive, I kept reading so many scripts that I said, well, wait a second. I think I can do this. So I said, well, I got all this money, and you come from the theater, you know how to save money.
Yeah.
You know how to save it. You don't get money and you go, okay, now I'm going to go buy things. In fact, when I first got here, I saw all these people driving fancy cars. So when I was at the bank, and I said, what do you do? Because I thought, what do you do to buy a Mercedes? I didn't know that everybody here is on loan to everything.
Exactly.
It's all leased.
Everything is leased in this town. Your clothes are leased. Your purses
About to be
leased.
repossessed.
Everything is leased.
Your soul is leased.
Yeah, it's true. It's
Some
very
are.
true.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's what kind of got me going, and then I went back to theater, and that's what kind of got me established. So from being here,
You didn't want to mention you wrote for General Hospital? You just skipped right.
Yes, I did.
You just skipped right over that.
I kind of did. Well, I got a job on a soap opera, and I begged to get this job. I mean, I begged to get it. Because I thought I watch them all the time. I love them.
I watch Bold and Beautiful religiously.
One Life to Live, All My Children, One Life to Live and One Life to Live and General Hospital. Not General Hospital. All My Children. So I got the job, and I was so nervous. But then I thought it was really easy. Well, it wasn't so easy because you have to write 70 pages. I thought that was easy, but they didn't like me. So when all these other scripts came in, is that okay, Jasper?
Oh yeah, I know. I was
when all these other scripts came in, they all had smiling faces on them. Mine never got a smiling face ever. And they just did not. But
the checks cleared.
The checks cleared, but their humor was Iowa, and mine was corned beef. And I remember there was a scene. This woman, and I think it was in General Hospital when she was she married that wealthiest
the
man.
Quartermaines?
No, it wasn't a Quartermaine. It was the guy.
Isn't the Quartermaines All My Children?
He was a crazy man. Anyway, it was Luke's sister that he married.
Luke Spencer, allegedly.
Yes, yeah. Luke Spencer. Good. Yeah, that's why I got fired.
I love you throwing out your little soap opera knowledge.
Why would I know?
In any event, what happened was I had the woman coming down with the staircase, and I said to her, "Do you think the tiara is too much?"
Oh.
And they just went.
That's more Desperate Housewives.
They just hated it. They hated it. I did not last long there. But but then coming back to theater, that's how one of my plays got optioned. And it was in a theater in St. Louis. I was working with this director, Wayne Salomon, who actually, weirdly enough, is best friends with John Hamm. It's weird how everybody is connected.
6 degrees.
Yeah. 6 degrees. And his girlfriend, and still is his girlfriend, had a sister who's a producer. And she says, I think there's legs on this play. And the next thing I know is her sister, who's in London, gets a hold of the play, gets a hold of her friend in L.A., Michael Bessman, who's a big producer, film producer. He reads it, he loves it, and there you go. And then we had it optioned for Kimmel Entertainment, was going into a feature, went into turnaround. I get a strange phone call one day that says, Hallmark wants it. Well, I'm thinking, the different Hallmark. I said, no, I really want to hold out. We didn't find out it was Hallmark Hall of Fame. And we were going to they were going to put in so much money, which was really lovely.
For a TV movie,
for
they
a TV
put
movie
in.
was extremely a lot of money. And we were like, we were going to end up doing this as an independent. And it was like, no way. Bessman and I said in that meeting, we were hitting each other on the, yes. We're just going to say yes. I said, we can't say yes in the room. You just can't, the agent will kill us. You cannot say yes in a room. So we walked out. He goes, can we say yes now? Can we say it? I said, yeah, well, let's go for yes. So
And it
he
was
said, we're going yes.
Loving Leia.
It was Loving Leia.
A wonderful, amazing play.
And it was Lauren
Ambrose,
Ambrose. Mercedes Ruehl, Harris Hewlett, Susie Essman. And
Ricky
we found
Lake.
out and Ricky Lake. Ricky Lake was
Natasha
one of the
Lyonne.
producers. Oh yes, Natasha Lyonne, which was was fabulous. And we found out that, and I'm trying to bring it back to New York.
So that's the whole point. It's like when you have the love for the theater, it doesn't even matter if you've had the big success. You still want to get the play back.
You want to do the play out. You want to go back. And so all my plays. So what I do now is just try to tag on as much as possible to get them back in, to get them read. Because in London, apparently, or in the UK, Loving Leia has been played over 200 times.
Well,
So-
P'nenah's like a Chad. You weren't here earlier. Chad is. We've talked about how Chad gets his stuff done, and you had mentioned earlier you have to do stuff yourself.
Oh my God!
P'nenah and we've known each other for years,
Everything.
and we laugh constantly about it. It doesn't matter what big agent she's had, what big manager, what big network had her show. Basically, she's on the phone every day.
I'm on the phone
trying
every
to
day.
sell her own stuff.
I do it. You
It's
have
literally
to.
like having to go get the props, having to deal with SAG, having to deal with insurance. I mean, it was when you're producing your own things, you're doing everything.
Yeah, I don't get that detailed.
learning
I
that.
try to stop at that point. I'm like, I can't
Yeah,
do
Chad takes it
I
one step
can't go
further.
that step. I
She's
go
not
up to
going all the way
point.
to the field.
Yeah, no. I try to find the
Oh, yeah,
producer.
I'm in the
I'll even try to pre-cast.
Yeah.
Like I was on the phone with a big manager with this big actress, and he says, "Well, she needs the offer." I said, "Well, there is no offer."
Right.
The point is, Broadway producers, they have to know that there's a star attached.
Right.
Which is what we're saying about even Chicago,
Yeah,
putting in.
You're not going to do it.
Ashley
They're not
Simpson.
going to put the money.
Yeah, and that's been the thing with X-Rated, because Missy Pyle came on board. She was absolutely she loved the part. So having her attached to it does bring some sort of heft to it. We have another great actress that we can't announce yet, but she's going to play the talk show host, and she's going to bring something to it as well. The role of Joey Stefano, everybody wants to know who's playing Joey. That's the Gia, that's
Right.
It's Gia with a dude, and that's going to be a career-changing role for an actor.
Right.
But because of what that actor will have to do in the movie, it's hard. Because
Well, can you go with more of an unknown with that part?
I have somebody that I want.
Because that seems like a part
Yeah.
that could be an unknown that could break out for
But
them.
again, like even your B-level agent
Right.
who has this kid, they're going to be like, well, we want, they're
I-
going to want the offer.
right.
They're going to want a pay or play.
Right.
They're going to want all of this stuff, and it's like we're still trying to put everything
Yeah,
together.
it's really, and
it's
you just
such
say,
a
and you just have
challenge.
to hustle them. You say, there's no offer, and you say, no, there is no offer.
Yeah,
Do you want to read a synopsis?
yeah.
But
Simple
like
as
what
that.
Gregory was saying about like a BB Newirth, there's so many great. I mean, I know some of the people you're
Right.
talking about going
Right.
after, and a lot of those women have had TV shows as well, but their love is still the theater.
Yes, it's just
Yeah.
getting to them and telling everybody else in the way. Just get it to them.
Yeah.
Because if you wait for,
Yeah.
like you were saying, if you wait for your agent to get it to them,
Yeah.
they will. Ralph and I went through that with an actress that we know, a very well-known actress that we just went on our own to get it. And weirdly enough, that actress, we were at the same agency, and they still felt like, oh, well, you have to go through these channels, and it's like, you know what?
It's annoying.
It is.
Sounds tiring.
It does get very tiring, but
You have
know
to
what?
really want it.
You just keep going.
I have a
You just keep
pilot.
going.
I have a pilot that for 6 years we've been trying to sell. Sean Hayes is one of the producers on Todd Milliner. It's about 3 women who do very bad things, and we went.
There are 3 in this room.
Yes.
and we're cast. And we had
And
the
they're
big
not
meeting.
talking about me.
Thank you,
Rose.
Rose.
But we had the big meeting with Sean's agent, and we were like, do we go out and attach Kathy Bates? Do you go out and attach these actresses? And they said, no, absolutely not. Don't attach an actress. As soon as you announce that you have sold this pilot and it's got 3 powerful women, every actress in
They'll be
Hollywood
coming
will
to you.
clamoring for it.
Except by the time you get that sold and they get it out there to get sold. So
Yeah.
my philosophy is you do what you need to do.
Absolutely.
I will secretly do what I want
Well,
to
speaking
do.
of, it looks like we have a caller coming in. Let's see who we have here.
I'm scared.
Oh, let me see.
Hi, this is On the Set with Jasper Cole. Who's this?
Hello, my name is Rosalind LeBlanc.
Oh, Rosalind. Hi.
Rosalind, welcome.
Thank you. Am I on the air right
You
now?
are, but you're calling at a perfect time because we're talking New York and Broadway
We're
and theater.
about theater, and we have a fierce choreographer here, Rosalind. I want to just give you your introduction, Planet Earth. Let us just take this little insert. Last month when I was here, I wanted to let you know that a very dear friend of mine, Damien Aquavella, danced with the Bill T. Jones Arnie Zane Dance Company, and he succumbed to the AIDS virus. And Rosalind LeBlanc, who also danced with the Bill T. Jones Company, didn't have the pleasure of meeting Damien, but because, like you, as an associate choreographer, has gone around the country choreographing D-Man in the Waters, that was choreographed for Damien by Bill T. Jones around the country. Because of the power of the dance and the reception that Rosalind and audiences receive from seeing this dance, she was so moved to do a biography on Damien and write a book and to do a documentary. Rosalind LeBlanc. D-Man, which the project is called, is the biography of a dance, which is the documentary about Damien's life. And with all of that said, I'd like Planet Eartha to be introduced to Rosalind LeBlanc, who has taken it upon herself to helm this project and bring it to life for the universe. Ladies and gentlemen, Planet Eartha, Rosalind LeBlanc. Love.
Hi, Rosalind. Welcome to the show.
Awesome.
Great, thank you. That was a beautiful introduction, Ralph.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome, Roz.
So tell us more about your journey with the documentary. I mean, Ralph last month briefly sort of gave us an intro, and it sounds like an amazing project.
Yes, I'm so excited about this project. I have to say I felt compelled to do this. Now, I have spent my entire life as a dancer. I wouldn't call myself a filmmaker, although I guess I am making a film now. And the way it all came about was because, as Ralph said, I restaged Bill T. Jones's piece, D-Man in the Waters, for university dance departments around the country. D-Man in the Waters is a piece that Bill choreographed in 1989. It has rarely left his repertory since then because it is so widely acclaimed and such a popular piece. The company performs it now currently all over the world. And that the first section of the piece is licensed out to universities. In restaging that first section, I was realizing that there was something missing, which was the spirit of D-Man, the spirit of the dance, and a lot of that spirit and energy has to do with the fact that the piece was made alongside this event of Damien in the struggle to survive, to literally fight this virus. And that struggle was so visceral, and they were all so much a part of it. And the dance was being made at the same time that he was struggling. So that struggle, not just Damien's struggle, but all of these people who were dealing with the AIDS virus and just in this fight for their life, all of that got infused into the dance. And you know, people today, especially young people today, don't realize what the height of the epidemic was really like. And in a way, that's fortunate because that means we've moved past that, which thank God we have. But at the same time, to find a way so that they understand what it was really like then. So that's where the idea of a film that could accompany these restagings and the enthusiasm around making the film was so huge, as Ralph can attest, and from Damien Aquavella's family, from the original company members, from Bill T. Jones himself, that it just kind of grew from this this shouldn't just be a documentary for the academic market. This could really be a documentary for the mainstream market, to just introduce this stunning person, Damien Aquavella, and this fantastic, phenomenal piece of dance to the world. So now, lo and behold, I'm producing it, and and actively seeking funding to get this thing off the ground. So that's basically, in a nutshell, how we got to where we are.
Are you doing a fundraising campaign, like on a Kickstarter program or something like that?
We are in the midst of an Indiegogo campaign.
Indiegogo,
which
okay.
Is similar to Kickstarter,
right?
But a different website, but the same crowdsourcing type of fundraising campaign. You can find it at Indiegogo.com, INDIEGOGO.com, and if you type in D-Man, D, the letter D, hyphen MAN, you'll find us there. We have 8 more days.
Oh.
We've already raised $6,275.
Excellent.
I'm really excited about. I know, it's great. And we still have 8 more days to go.
What's your goal amount?
Well, our goal, we're not going to meet our goal.
That's okay.
Unless we have some wonderful angel fly in and at the last minute. Our goal was $30,000.
Okay.
But this has still been a success, because
Right.
the way I plotted it out was that we're building this film in stages, and each production stage has a different kind of goal amount. So the $30,000 was for this next production stage. The next production stage was about filming interviews with the family, close friends of Damien, the original cast of D-Man and the Waters, and the dance. So that was that's like the heart of the piece and the biggest production stage. Now with $30,000, we were attempting to achieve all that. If we don't have $30,000, then we'll just do interviews with the family. You're right. We do as much as we can
Exactly.
with whatever we have. And we're also actively grant writing. We're seeking we'll be seeking funds from private donors throughout. It's not just in these next 8 days, and then
Exactly.
that's it. So we're committed to this, and we will raise the money. It's a beautiful project.
Congratulations, Rosalind,
yes.
for the money that you have raised, and especially in the climate that we're in now of raising money, and because of the Indiegogo and Kickstarters, it's different, this environment, and trying to raise money, and it goes on both ends of the spectrum. We have high profile stars doing Kickstarter and Indiegogo campaigns, which kind of dissipates it for the middleman. Then we have people trying to raise money so they can buy a VW, which dissipates it for the man again. So what you have accomplished is very worthy and very impressive. Thank you very much.
Right. And
Thank you.
well, listen, again, tell everyone the link to go to Indigo so they can contribute and help you guys make your goal.
Great. Yes. www.indiegogo, which is spelled INDIEGOGO.com. Just in the search bar, type in D-Man, which is the letter D hyphen MAN, and it will pop up. We also have a website that is newly up, D-Man Documentary, D-Man spelled the same way, documentary, all one word, .com. And you can find all the information, even past the Indiegogo campaign, all the information about the film will be there.
Excellent.
Oh, great. Well, listen,
Rosalind,
thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you for taking the time in your schedule. I thank you for listening to my text. I was like, girl, no, call in, okay? We will put you on the air.
Yes, I'm so glad you fit me in.
Oh, no, definitely.
Well.
And it's so nice because it was such a nice segue having Gregg Butler here, because you both are of parallel work. I mean, you're both dancers doing the same type of thing. So
Gregory,
I wish you the best with that.
Did you know Bill
has
T?
been a hero of mine. He's the only person I've stood in line for to get a book signed by. I mean, I love me some Bill T.
Oh, thank you.
Isn't he the best?
Oh my God!
Talk about a survivor
Hard, right?
and a strong person,
Right.
and an amazing talent.
Exactly.
Creative.
So we are all in this wonderful Planet Earth ball together. Roz, I will be in touch with you soon. Say hi to your family on behalf of the Aquavella family and your project. We love you, and thank you for joining us
Thank
today.
you so much, and happy 4th of July weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. You too. Bye-bye.
Yeah, that's great, Ralph. Thanks for having her call in.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
Thanks for that time.
Okay,
Jasper.
everyone, we're going to take our last break, and when we come back, why don't we get really light and shallow, and let's talk entertainment.
Thank God.
Dish, yes.
Entertainment dish.
Because that's why Dara drove up.
Paula
That's
Dean.
right.
That and Jennifer Gimenez.
Kim Kardashian's baby.
Oh, never mind.
The Real Housewives.
North,
I don't think she
North
had
by
it.
Northwest.
I don't think she had it. All right, you're listening to On the Set with Jasper Cole, and we will be right back.
Come back, Planet Eartha.
Let's make sure we're off.
You're back on the set with Hollywood's best.
Woohoo! Howdy, 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 and welcome back to On the Set with Jasper Cole. We are in our final home stretch going into this last little segment, Ralph. My co-host, Mr. Ralph Cole Jr.
Hi, Planet Eartha. Thank you for coming back and listening to us. We are
We've
world
had a
renowned.
jam-packed show,
Our
haven't we?
show was totally jam-packed, and callers coming in.
Yes,
and
we've been saving the best for last because Entertainment Dish with Dara drove all the way in from Dakota. She is our Real Housewife of Orange County.
She is very real.
So we wanted to get into the latest gossip in the
Let me put
dish.
my
We've got
glasses on.
Chad Darnell, Gregory Butler,
Right.
Jennifer Gimenez, and we have P'nenah Goldstein here. We have another caller too. Let's see.
Oh.
Hi, this is On the Set with Jasper Cole. Who's this?
Hi, yes. I was just calling in to make a statement to Jen.
To Jennifer Gimenez?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. What's your name?
Debbie.
Oh, Debbie,
Is this
hi.
Debbie Dalton?
Yeah.
Hey, Debbie.
Debbie's on the phone. Hi, Debbie.
Hi, honey.
Hi. How's it
Mama.
going?
You sound great. I love that accent.
She's been doing great for a while.
She's
Thanks.
great.
Hi, Mama.
Hey, what's up?
What? Oh, good. Nothing. Wait, how do you answer to that?
She's
How
good.
are you? I didn't know I was outside. I just walked in.
Oh, that's okay. No, she
This
just
is
popped
Debbie.
up on the screen.
Debbie Dalton.
Debbie
Hi, Mama.
Dalton. We were talking about you earlier, Debbie. Did you hear us?
Yes. How you're a
Yeah,
Barbara
I
Streisand fan.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Did you
Now
see her
you
at the
do.
Hollywood Bowl?
No, I did not see her.
I was
at the
asking
Hollywood
Debbie.
Bowl.
She's in Tennessee. She's in Tennessee.
I know. It sounds beautiful where she is.
I want her to go to Florida.
She's got to pop
Yeah,
on
I
over
have
to
to go too. My sister, I was talking to her about the 4th of July thing, and I would have gave anything to come down there for that.
But you should come August
But,
4th, and then I can give you other dates. I don't know the other parties.
Oh, speaking of August 4th, that's our next show.
Well, that's
I
my
would love
party.
to.
Tug of war, come on.
Okay. Well, I guess we could do a rerun, okay?
Sorry, we're interrupting our caller. Let's get back to Debbie.
Oh, Dara has taken over.
Dara has taken
It's a madhouse here, honey.
No.
I just want to let you know.
So Debbie, you know Dara and Jennifer on Twitter also?
Yes.
Okay.
I do, yeah. I talked to them both on Twitter. I just wanted to call, basically, is just to thank Jen. I mean, I do it all the time, but today I'm actually celebrating 7 months clean and sober.
Good for you.
Girl, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you, Mama.
There you
Good
go,
for you.
Debbie.
Here, if not for you, I mean, I wouldn't be going down this road. I wouldn't be sober. I don't even know if I'd be alive by now because I was headed to a bad place. But
God
it's been
bless
a rough
you.
7 months, and I fought it every step of the way. I hated it for probably the first 6 months and 28 days. But the
And
last
she
couple
hated
days,
me, too. I just want to let you know.
Yeah, it's been a struggle, but I know it's all worth it now. I got a job promotion. I got a new car. I'm fixing to get a house. So I
Good
mean,
for
it's
you.
like
Work
everything
it out,
is
Debbie.
falling into place.
It is falling into place.
Where's that great Southern accent from?
Oh, it's wonderful.
Tennessee.
I live in Morristown, Tennessee.
Oh,
It's
okay.
probably about 25 miles east of Knoxville.
Well, Chad and I are both from Georgia, Atlanta and Athens. Do you know?
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been to Atlanta several times, yeah.
All right.
I'm so proud of you. You have no idea. You just get me teary-eyed. It's like those miracles exist. You are such a miracle.
God bless you.
Yeah, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Debbie.
Yes.
That's great.
I love you.
Thank you for calling in. And
I love you. I
thank,
need
thank
you.
you so
Sharing
much.
that.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for taking my call.
All right,
You were
sweetheart.
so
Take care.
welcome.
Love you.
I love you guys too.
Okay, Debbie, what a wonderful testimonial for you, Jennifer.
Yeah,
That's
Jen.
it's all
Fantastic.
working.
There you go.
Testimonial for her.
Right.
It's really, it's going to
Oh,
be
it's
hard
great.
to talk shallow
Did you hear she
entertainment.
got a promotion? She got a new car,
and she's getting a new
fixing
house.
to get a new house.
That's the
I
Southern.
love when
And
she
she
said
goes
that.
through things too.
Fixing
you know?
to get a new
Yeah.
house.
She goes through obstacles and
Yes, and she copes.
And she's
learning
through
how to
it.
cope differently.
Yeah, God
Yep.
bless her.
That's
See,
great.
Jen, that's what you. I mean, it's
Yeah.
all worth it,
It
right
is.
there.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, in our last 5 minutes, guys, let's get to Dara with some
Okay.
dish. Pick a topic, girl.
Oh, well, let's see. Who should
I
we
don't want to talk about Leanne Rhymes.
No, God, please, I can't.
Who?
I can't.
Who?
I can't.
Okay.
Leanne Rhymes. Skank.
Let's talk about that. The Real Housewives of Orange County had their 100th episode, which is kind of a big deal. That was the beginning
Well, one of them
of
looks
all the
100.
housewives.
What's her name?
Oh, be nice.
Vicky.
Be nice. Oh, there's Greg.
I may have watched it.
Yeah.
Day at the
Jasper-
studio. I got to watch some Housewives.
My TiVo is so full, I can't even get one
Jasper
more
is a
housewife
housewife
show.
watcher.
Do you
So-
watch the Beverly Hills one when
Of
I'm
course
on?
I
Yes,
do.
we always when you're
Yes.
on.
Yes,
Always.
absolutely.
Do you have a good time on that show?
I have a great time.
Yeah, it looks
I can't
fun.
wait
It looks
for
fun.
this next
Are they
season.
shooting yet? No. Or they are shooting?
No, they're shooting now. She's
Yeah,
probably
that's what you're
missing some.
No, I've been shooting.
Okay.
I can't. I
You
don't
can't
know.
talk about it.
She doesn't
Okay.
know.
I don't
She
know. I
can't
can't.
talk.
tell
Okay.
you that
Allegedly,
Have they said who the new housewives are yet?
No.
Oh.
No,
I don't think so.
But
I don't know.
Can I at least tell you that I do think? Well, of course, we all love Brandy because she's so real. But Lisa Vanderpump, she seems as fabulous in real life as she does on there.
Yeah, Lisa's amazing. I'm Team Lisa, Team Yolanda, Team obviously Brandy. I
Right,
mean,
right.
I owe her
Yes,
my
you
life.
are.
Yes, I am. I will. I bring the switchblades out my hands like the Latina that I am.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that you should.
All my low riders.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I
Okay.
love my bee.
So, and then it's rumored that Jenny McCarthy is going to be taking over on The View
On The
for
Elizabeth?
no, the redheaded lady. I
Oh,
forgot
Joy
her name.
Behar.
Joy Behar.
Well, she's
That's a
she's
good
been
gig
good.
for her.
That's good.
That's although
That's
she
good.
just moved to Chicago, didn't we talk about
To
how
raise
she,
her son there.
Right, so she'll
what
have
happened to her MTV show or VH1?
I don't know.
She had a late night.
I don't.
show.
Yeah,
I don't
on
think it
Friday
ever.
night.
Can we talk about my new hero?
Melissa
Yes, who?
McCarthy?
No,
Oh.
Trayvon Martin's friend.
Oh,
Gentel.
Gentel.
Yeah.
Rachel Gentel is
Rachel,
my favorite.
yes.
She got raked over the
You
coals by the
taught
media.
it,
Everything
Yeah.
was
Like,
Sir.
awesome. She's
Yeah,
my hero.
she was awesome.
She was
I
fantastic.
can't watch that trial though.
I'm obsessed.
Did you see the medical examiner on Friday? What
Oh,
was
my
that
God.
hot mess?
Yeah.
I thought he got up there and said, just to start it with, I have no memory of anything.
I wait. Let me read from my. Like
He's like, I don't have any memory before you start asking me. Don't you think the prosecutors
The
were killing
mom
themselves?
and the son were killing
See, I
me
can't
when they
watch it.
came out. I'm obsessed.
It
with
was
the show.
like that-
And Aaron Hernandez, I'm obsessed with. That's like.
Yeah, I get sucked
Oh,
into
that
that,
whole
too.
football thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's
Yeah.
I know.
You get sucked into that stuff. Okay.
Unfortunately, I think the prosecution is doing a bad job on the
They don't,
Zimmerman.
but that's all they have.
I know.
Ooh, what
It's-
was that gargle?
It's a pirate.
Oh, I play a pirate.
It was like the Casey Anthony and whatever
Well,
the
it's
other
Florida.
one.
Poor Florida.
What was-
I don't,
and
they always.
Florida. I mean,
What-
like everything.
On.
And who was the
I've been
girl
staying
that
in
killed her
Florida.
boyfriend or
and then
whatever?
the guy, the high school kid that wrote wrote something on the internet, and then he's like in jail for the rest of
Yeah,
his life.
Florida's gnarly. I have a
I'm
girlfriend.
there.
I have a girlfriend. Her in-laws both died in Florida, and it took forever to like get anything done in the court system.
Well, it seemed that's more Central and North Florida.
That's all over.
South Florida
you
is a
should
little
make
more.
an appearance on the Miami Housewives since you're kind of in that vicinity where you're staying. You would do well with those girls, Lisa and Joanna Krupa.
That old mother.
What old mother? She's
Does anyone
gone.
watch Miami?
She's gone. Don't act like you don't watch Miami.
I don't.
I
You
didn't
better
watch.
watch
I
I
didn't
am
watch
Beverly
Miami.
Hills. I am OC.
Oh, you're
Jersey.
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 I
That's
can't
it.
watch Jersey and Atlanta anymore.
love
Too ghetto.
Jersey.
Too ghetto.
Oh, come on.
Too
Really?
ghetto. Yes. Yes.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
Too ghetto?
Yeah.
I
Teresa
love
on
Atlanta.
Jersey. Ugh.
Well, yeah. Okay,
No.
that I'll give you.
Yes. Thank you.
I'll give you that.
Yeah. In
I'll give you
Atlanta, that Kim and all those wigs. Ew. No.
Come on, you don't
We
watch
already
Don't
have
Be Tardy.
Cher. We don't need Kim with all the wigs.
You don't watch Don't Be Tardy.
Jennifer
Hell
is
no.
very diplomatic.
And I'm
Wow.
not watching Tamra's wedding from Orange County and her and
Oh, right.
Eddie the gay guy.
In
No.
this last 20 seconds,
Yes.
Planet
oh,
Earth
we only
up.
have 30
Praise
seconds.
Jasper.
I think we are going to be wrapping this.
Thanks to
little-
this amazing show today, and I apologize ahead of time that it was a hot mess, but it's always fun,
No,
right?
we always
Fun.
have
I had
fun.
a great time.
It's
you
always
guys. Thank
fun.
you so much for
Jennifer,
having us.
congratulations
Thank
on
you.
Sober Book.
Jennifer.
Chad, and Ralph
two
and
movies.
Jennifer,
Oh.
birthday cake.
And Rib Hillis, thank you.
Gregory, when does Chicago open at the Bowl?
July 26th, 27th, 28th.
P'nenah movies coming from everywhere, and watch out for P'nenah Goldstein. She's got a lot of stuff happening. You've been listening to On the Set with Jasper Cole, and we love you, and we'll talk to you
Thanks,
later.
you
Bye-bye,
guys.
Planet
Bye.
Earth.